8. Ignition sequence has started. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We have commit and we have liftoff at 2:13. The Saturn V building up to 7.6 million pounds of thrust, and it is clear that
Krispy Kreme donuts. They're delicious. And if you had one, you will want another one. Amen to that.
Roses are red, the destination too far.
But I'm legally blind, so how I'ma drive a car? So did you
Stop hating Mondays. Be a professional and hate the whole week instead.
Bruh.
I love my motherfucking Crocs. Get up. Rock.
Very good.
I want to shout out to Gary.
BF Bobby Fran. Hello, Tukey and Obnoxious John. Hello, Bobby Fran. Whoa!
All right.
Celebrities are here. This is not a show, Icy Uno. Yes, you are correct.
Okay, so we got
Wags.
she's a
Whoa!
okay, from a
But
therapist
yes,
or a
Icy Uno, this is not a show. None of this is a show. None of these shows are shows. Tukey's not even a show. Tukey has no stress before he's going on. Bedabbler, on the other hand, he is a nervous pussy. Wow!
Are these your drugs?
Look, Dad, it's
Where
not
did you get it?
Dad,
Answer me. Who taught you how to do this stuff?
You, all right? I learned it by watching you.
Parents who use drugs have children who use drugs.
fuck PowerPoint. There is no power in those points and no point in those presentations. We have been brainwashed into believing that PowerPoint gives us the power to express ourselves creatively. But the only power it has is to kill our souls. Fuck PowerPoint and fuck your Excel spreadsheet too. Those columns and rows represent the metal bars of the prison cell of your brain. Free yourself from the soul-killing software of Excel and PowerPoint and live a more meaningful existence. Fuck PowerPoint and fuck Excel.
Little shirt. Oh my God.
I look like I'm being carried through an ambulance.
Do you feel that? Do you feel that? Oh shit.
We're doing it.
Oh, hey, everybody. Good morning and good afternoon. What do you think, everybody? Are you ready for Monday? It doesn't matter what you think.
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the moon.
That's right. It doesn't matter what we think at all, people, because Monday comes whether we want it to or not. How you doing? It is BF, Buffalo Bobby Friend. How you doing here for another start of another week of podcasting and another week of life? It is August 26th, 2024. So it is the last Monday in August, probably. Last Monday, we're getting into some of the last Mondays and days of summer. We're getting the last days of summer in, but we're here to have fun today. I have a special guest. JJ Dabbles is joining us today. He's like a creator and a producer. He produces for Helga and the Trainwreck and also, and we're going to talk about JJ, and he was even on Replayables, and we're going to talk about how he come to be on Replayables and things of this nature, you understand. So I'm really looking forward to hanging out with you all today. What are you doing for the next 3 hours? Well, I hope you're ready to have some fun. I hope you're ready for maybe some Soulful Horoscope Readings. We're going to talk to JJ Dabbles. We're going to have all kind of different content from our co-creators, these great creative people that hang out in the chat every day. So let's do it. We're going to get into it. We'll get into the chat family check-in real soon, but first we got to bring in the bro everybody knows. Let's bring him in now. He is the prop master, Scott Fitzpatrick. Let's bring him in. Come on, man.
Hoya!
Well, Hoya
Hoya.
to you, my friend. How you doing? Happy Hoya to you. You give me my first Hoya for the day. How you doing, brother?
Doing okay. Did Jason Bardo's birthday party last night, and I went ahead and stayed up all night and got me some walking and made my stupid little walking videos. And
well, you're making a lot of them, man. And so has Terry Neef doxed you yet? Because we've kind of been missing each other, and I know Terry Neef was in my chat saying that he was kind of basically he was playing like where's Waldo? He was playing like where's Scott Fitzpatrick at?
yeah, it's becoming a game. Scott! He's pretty good at it. He can find me. Yeah.
He is pretty good. I've only let like 2 things slip out very quickly and briefly about maybe my name or my location or whatever. And Terry Nee was always the one that picked up on it the quickest and said, "Hey, BF, I figured out such and such." So I know that you're not wrong about that, buddy. Well, thanks for joining us, and happy birthday to Jason Bardo X. I wasn't part of the show last night or anything because I'm always busy prepping this show and all. But shout out and happy birthday. Did you have fun on that stream last night? I assume.
Yeah, I got to ask the age-old monkey question to a couple of new guys, and I might be able to ask one today, right?
Yes, I think you will, because we're going to have our friend JJ Dabbles on coming on today. He'll probably be joining us right after we do like the chat family check-in and kind of open the show and all that. So I'm looking forward to having JJ on and talking to him about what he does and gotten to know him better recently and all. So yeah, so why don't we do this? I'm going to put my goggles on. I'll run my little element here at the beginning, I likes to call it, my chat family check-in. What do you say we do it and see what everybody's up to? What do you think, Scott?
Hell yeah.
All right, well, there's 20 people in the chat already. Come on, it's the best midday hang here on YouTube. I got your midday covered from 12 to 3-ish here on the East Coast of the United States. So if you're hanging out for the next 3 hours, let's do it together here. Are you at work? What are you doing? You got a ham sandwich? You got peanut butter and jelly? Are you going out to get something to eat? Did you bring something home? Let me know what you're doing as we open up and do the opening chat family check-in. Let's go. Come on.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
That's right. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk to me. For the funnest midday hang, BF Live. I'm going to start out right at the top with SG Fanboy checks in with the salute. Salute to you, SG Fanboy. Good to see you in the chat again, my brother. Let's see. We got, of course, Scott. We got Chunk. Chunk's checking in. Chunk's bricked up, ready to go. It's a Perry Monday. It's just a regular old Monday. What do you say? What do you think about this off the clock, Alexa?
It's Monday. Get over it.
Get over it. Okay, well, she ain't having it. She's right back to her. She's like, get over it. She ain't touchy-feely. Alexa, how you doing off the clock, Alexa? Chunk Squad checks in again and says, let's get bricked up for Bobby Friend. I concur with that point, my friend. Let's get bricked up indeed. I'm bricked up to see all my friends here today. Come on. Let's see what kind of fun we can get into in the early morning out on the West Coast or the midday right here on the East Coast. The Reverend Wild Bill checks in and says, Hoya. Well, Hoya Wild Bill checking in from the ATL.
Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya?
You got the Hoya, the Reverend Wild Bill. Good to see you, my friend. Good morning. The Reverend Wild Bill checks in and says, time for my daily dose of mental therapy. Well, I hope it works out for you here, Wild Bill. We do what we can. We kind of support each other in our own our crazy way. We're all equally crazy together, and that makes us all normal. Wild Bill getting the love from Scott. Scott's getting the shout out right there from the Reverend Wild Bill. No says, when you need an attorney, find Vince. Oh shit. That's right. Scott knows, and everybody that watches BF Live regularly knows when you hear, oh shit, you know it's about to go down here on BF Live. You know that's when it's time to get real. Gimme Bezos checks in and says, happy Monday, everyone. Happy Monday, Gimme Bezos, and thank you for communicating with me privately, and I'm looking forward to what you said you're going to send me. I'm glad you had safe travels to Peru, and I assume you're back home now, so good morning, Gimme Bezos. Space Chief 75 check in and says, Tukey rules. I pulled out that old Tukey clip from an early check-in, Scott. That was from really early on when I kind of, you saw what I said. If you were watching the opening chat family check-in, I just said hello real quickly to Tukey and Obnoxious John. And I think Tukey, and looking back on that video, Scott, Tukey actually looks like he has actually less hair in that video.
I didn't really notice that. I didn't really notice in an older video. I thought it was more recent than that.
Yeah, it might have been it wasn't too long after, B Dabbler kind of went around after the first DabbleCon, and that's how I got to know him and all. And then I was checking in on the show, so I think it's kind of from that era. It was kind of pretty early kind of Tukey action right there. So good morning, everybody. Tukey Rule says Space Chief 75. We're going to be featuring something that with Space Chief 75 included coming up during the show today, so stay tuned for that. The Reverend Wild Bill checks in and says Space Chief 75, HIGH. The Devil's Joint checks in. This guy, AKA, lest anyone think that this is just the Devil's Joint. You could tell by the avatar that it's also JJ. That's JJ Dabbles. Devil's Joint is also one of the other shows that he does that I'm curious about. So we're going to talk about that. He does Trainwreck. He does the Devil's Joint. He's a hockey fan. So we're going to get into all that and talk about how he got to be on Replayables and all this stuff, and how we all gotten to know each other. Looking forward to hooking up with JJ real soon. The Reverend Wild Bill says, give me Bezos. Hoya. Hey, Rev from the Space Chief 75. The Reverend Wild Bill says Devil's Joint, Hoya. He'll be joining us soon. Gimme Bezos says, drum awareness. Are these your drums? Parents that use drums have children that use drums. Oh, whatever fits in there, whatever word you want to throw in there, it's all good. I just love that. I just like throwing that in there for the nostalgic purposes and kind of the way it hits kind of every generation in a different way. The Devil's Joint says, Hoya, and see you in a few minutes, JJ says. The Reverend Wild Bill says, can I get a Hoya?
Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya?
There's your Hoya, Reverend Wild Bill. Spacey 75 says, let's go. Indeed. I concur and agree with that. The Baroness Fahrenheit checks in and says, BF chat, ready for some laughs. That's right. That's right. We are ready for some laughs because we're going to talk to JJ. We're going to see part of some of the stuff, the shows that he's been involved with, and some of the kind of antics that go on around that, and things of that nature. Yay, says Devil Joints. Yeah, he heard he rules. I heard he rules, yeah. The Reverend Wild Bill says it's 85 in Hotlanta right now. Thanks for checking in with the weather. Hey, everybody in the chat, let us know what the weather where you're at. The Reverend Wild Bill shouts out Scott again. Scott! As well as Big Boss checking in, joining us today for the Midday Hang. Walking videos rule, says Devil's Joint. Yeah, Scott, I must say that because I guess you're my bro, and you are definitely in my algorithm, man. I don't think there's many or any of those videos of yours that I don't see you walking late. And I hear you talking about, okay, yeah, breathe. I got to breathe now. Now you're reminding yourself to breathe and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't expect I mean, it's been an unexpected incentive to walk a little. Keep doing it. It's been more. It's added something to it, but
added a layer to it, right? Because
I didn't expect
know you
walking videos. I've been getting pretty good views on them.
Getting good views and good numbers because people just like to see real people doing real shit, and so that's cool. And they show up on my feed all the time when I'm going through my shorts or flipping through my phone, brother. Your video, that if I see somebody walking, it's like 99% of the time it is you walking in the videos. Let's see. Where Terry Nee checks in, we're gonna have a Terry Nee joint real soon. Did I miss Terry Nee some point? I don't know. Let me see. Let's see. Tag, you're it, says the Red Wild Bill. The Big Boss says the last Replayables was great. Was one of a few times I legit participated. Was fucked up by the end and crashed not long after. LOL. That's how you're supposed to feel after Replayables, Big Boss. And so, Scott, that's what we try to warn Bybee about, right? That you don't mess
He ain't been the
with
same.
Replayables.
He ain't been the same since, man. For
He
real.
hasn't been the same human being since Replayables, right? Oh
No, he's missed a bunch of shows, and I barely talked to him.
We're not trying to ruin people's lives, but yeah, I've seen it so many times. Chris did it on there one time, and he thought that Dead Fool was asleep really late one night and said something about, I bet, for 100 or something I do this, and Dead Fool like must have woke him up or something. So we just learned the hard way, or by doing the show, that you don't challenge this chat. So yeah, Big Boss, you lived the Replayables, and that's why we had the shirts with I Survived Replayables. That's why that became a thing, because it is a thing if you survive Replayables. Terry Nee is a noble bird, says Space Chief 75. We love the birds, love Terry Nee. Like I said, we're going to feature something featuring Terry Nee. Terry Nee joint pretty soon, if I can find my bird sound effect. Devil's Joint says, indeed, Space Chief 75. The Red Wild Bill checks in and says, Baron's Fahrenheit Hoya, 3 times bricked up. He's all bricked up today. Chunk Squad, it is a Perry Monday. Perry will be on live tonight, and we might get into a little Perry chat. We'll go check the Twitter X and see what's the latest on Perry. But yes, Perry will be on tonight, 5 Pacific, 8 o'clock Monday PCL. I'll be seeing a lot of the chat family hanging out with them later on tonight. 69 says Chunk Squad. 6666 says the Chunk. Chunk Squad Hoya from the Reverend Wild Bill. I want to let you know that DJ Dabbles, if you already want to get a head start, that's his link running in my chat today. I've kind of like reduced it because I had like a lot of too much stuff clutter in my chat. So when I have a guest on, I will put their link in there. So there you go. If you want to check out DJ Dabbles and his page and subscribe, it's absolutely free on YouTube. The Reverend Wild Bill says, talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you a topic. That's right. Talk amongst yourselves. There we go.
Talk amongst yourselves.
There you go. Hey, Reverend Hey from the Bird is Fahrenheit. Stream Elements, HIGH from the Reverend Wild Bill. The Reverend Wild Bill says, puff, puff, pass. And for me, it's puff, puff, puff. Spurg Snake, the bro you know. Good afternoon, gang. Good to see everyone. How you doing? Firm heterosexual handshakes and fist bumps to Spurg Snake. The Devil's Joint says, oh, that sounds good. Spurg Snake, Hoya, and hi from the Reverend Wild Bill. Scott getting the love and the shout out from Terry Nee. There he is. There you go. Salute Bill from Spurg Snake. The Reverend Wild Bill says, Terry Nee, Hoya. Terry getting the love from Scott Fitzpatrick. Check your DM. Scott Terry Nee would like you to know. Okay. Terry Nee's checking in with the peace sign. The bro you know, the host of the Shawnee Zone, is checking in. We do that on Tuesday nights on the Shuley Network. I'm happy to be a part of that show.
It's Shawnee.
The one and only. Ask the government what weather they are creating today, Shawnee. Yes, we do. We see many things of that, like cloud seeding, and we cover like a lot of those kind of conspiracy theories. That's kind of stuff we'll get into on the Shawnee Zone on the Shuley Network tomorrow night at 7 o'clock East. Usually is when we do that. Scott, do you ever like notice that out where you live? Do you see any like particularly like trails or anything like Shawnee might be talking about here, creating weather?
Yeah, I mean, I see them all the time. Well, sometimes you see the jets or whatever go by and kind of leaving them behind them, but then sometimes you go outside and see a cross or a zigzag pattern or something, but you don't see the jets. Yeah, I've seen them.
Yeah, when you see that distinct pattern, you definitely know that there's a concerted effort going on there. But let's see, we won't get into that here. But if you do want to get into those kind of things more deeply about conspiracies about that and food conspiracies and all kind of things, everything that's in Shawnee's related to, tomorrow night, 7 o'clock East on the Shuley Network right here on YouTube. The Reverend Wild Bill says, that's hell when you forget to breathe, LOL. Yeah, Scott, I do hear you saying that. You're like, okay, that's right. I got to breathe.
Yeah. I didn't realize how, I mean, I used to play sports and stuff. I don't know how to breathe. But yeah, I guess age has got sitting on the couch too long, and I didn't realize how my breathing is out of control whenever I'm.
Yeah. Well, plus, I'll give it to you that another thing is that much in your early lives, you're not really recording how you breathe. We might have huffed and puffed a lot longer. It's just now that you waited till you get older to record and you're walking around. But I assume on some level we huff and puff. But I will say that when I'm on roller coasters, I try to get on the roller coasters with my family and all. And I'm a tense guy, so I tell myself to breathe on roller coasters. So that's what I think of when I hear you talking about reminding yourself to breathe. Terry says, I'm always right behind you, Scott. I will find you. He will find you. He will find you and dox you.
You know, I took a video, one of the videos. He noticed a water tower. He noticed a water tower. I didn't notice the water tower has been gone. And he asked, where's the water tower? I didn't even notice it was gone.
I'm telling you, Terry Nee is good at this. Like, you know, he don't mean you many clues to dox you. He will pinpoint you. I hate when that happens. We're talking about the reminder to breathe. Brutal Pain, my brother, checks in. One of the people that are going to be featured in the Perry Caravello live, the Wild Western movie coming out soon. We're probably getting into a little Perry talk. You know, he's coming on tonight, 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock East. We'll go check Twitter X and see what kind of clips are left over. And I know he was supposed to be on like after Replayables on Saturday night, but we'll get into why. They had a little reason why they didn't really do a Saturday night show. He says, I might have to take part in that, says Brutal Pain. The Devil's Joint says, good Lord, my microphone wasn't fucking working. I was having a heart attack. Come on, man. Get your shit right, man. He'll be joining us after the chat family check-in. The Devil's Joint, a.k.a. JJ Dabbles. Terry Nee says, Bone Loads has never been seen again. Uh-oh. Damn. Brutal Pain, Hoya from the Reverend Wild Bill. Hoya right back from the Fred Brutal Pain. Devil's Joint says, thanks, I'm a musician. I'll take that transitional name. The Terry Nee says, I'm narrowing down to Scott's house. I've been creeping. He's creeping on you, Scott.
Yeah, he's a bounty hunter.
Terry Nee, the bounty hunter. The Reverend Wild Bill says, Shawnee Zone. He's giving out the Hoya to my friend Shawnee. It was nice meeting Shawnee and the Mrs. Shawnee. I think it's going to be future Mrs. Shawnee. We're getting close to that. But the lovely Mrs. Shawnee up at DabbleCon too. That was really awesome. She was super nice, super sweet. Very nice person. Looked like a nice couple. The Reverend Wild Bill says, the Shawnee Zone really enjoy your show, says the Reverend Wild Bill. You're getting the love. Terry Nee says, I'm under a flight corridor. I've seen tic-tac-toe patterns in the sky. My sister Kathy checks in and says, if you don't use it, you lose it. So get out there and walk. Walk the walk, talk the talk. The Reverend Wild Bill says, sounds like someone is a stalker. Brutal Pain says, I was talking about how messed up Chris got Saturday, LOL. I might have had something to do with that. Yeah, that was something. And Chris likes to, he really talks a lot of shit to Brutal Pain about you know, his drinking game and all, and how but I don't think Chris would talk so mighty in person if he was in person. Scott, do you ever know that guy, Brutal Pain? Do you remember him from some of the clips we showed from the Perry movie being recorded? He's a bigger dude.
I can't remember.
Well, it's safe to say that he's not a little dude and Chris shouldn't be talking any shit with him. And really, the only reason I think he's bold enough to do it is he's talking, you know, through the camera and the keyboard. So what's up, Brutal Pain? Yeah, they were like, we were trying to end the show Saturday night, Scott, and they just kept coming with the $2. And Chris was like, oh my God, oh no. Oh my God, oh no. I mean, they were chasing him off the show. So we had a great time Saturday night. The Devil's Joint said, you call me DJ Dabbles. That's what, okay. You know, I've been trying not to make that mistake, bro, like on social media and promoting this show, because the JJ and the DJ Dabbles is only one letter off. So I've been doing good up to this point, Scott.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying too, actually. It's two different people, right?
Yeah, it is. And lest anyone think it's only one letter off, and I didn't name any of these guys, but this is our friend JJ Dabbles. He's a producer of the Trainwreck and a creator and a neat dude, and we're going to get to know him a little bit right after this opening chat family check-in, which I'm almost at the bottom of. Matt says, bones up to me and the Midday Freaks. Thank you to my friend Matt. Bones up to you, my friend. That Fool checks in and says, to the tune of Sloppy Joe, portion of the Lunch Lady Land. A blocky friend, block a friend. A block your friend, block your friend. Come on, dead fool. Are you working hard but taking it easy on yourself? I hope you can do those two things at the same time, my brother. Good morning / afternoon to you. Devil Joint checks in and says, Terry Nee, facts. Matt says, giving the devil horns up to the prop master for Scott. There you go.
Matt, Matt's got a channel that he's told me that I've kind of inspired him to do some walking in nature type videos, and he's got some awesome videos now, nature videos.
I love that. That's the kind of shit I love hearing about this stuff, man, because I mean, it is YouTube. It's for everybody. And so people get inspired saying like somebody like Scott, hey, man, I relate to that and I'm going to do something like that for myself. That's awesome shit to hear, man. The Reverend Wild Bill checks in and says, Deadful, H-I-G-H. Brother Matt from our friend Scott Fitzpatrick right back. Matt's getting the Hoya from the Reverend Wild Bill. Hoya Rev from our friend Matt. Terry Nee says, oh, sister is talking about lungs. I thought it was something else. Tiff Wash checks in. You get the kids. What's up, Tiffany Washington? H-I-G-H, Wild Bill, right back from the Dead Fool. Dead Fool getting the bones up from our friend Matt. The Reverend Wild Bill says, Tiffany Washington Hoya. Hey, Tiffany from Matt. Hey, Rev from Tiffany Washington. And hey, Matt from Tiffany Washington. Dead Fool is saying bones up right back to our friend Matt. Devil's Joint says, it is a problem for me. Tiffany Washington's shouting out Dead Fool, and Dead Fool's shouting right back. Hey, JJ from Tiffany Washington. Thank you, Reverend Wild Bill. That's right, giving the love to the Shawnee Zone. Hey, Tiff, Wash, how are you from the Devil's Joint? Hey, Shawnee, right from our friend Tiffany Washington. Excellent job, BF. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. The Block F friend. I love Lunch Lady Land. I wish I lived in Lunch Lady Land. Let's see. I'm surviving. Tiffany Washington says, how are you, JJ? Hello, Tiff, from our friend the Shawnee Zone. Honestly, horrible, but we want to keep it positive, says Devil's Joint. That's right. And that is a big part of podcasting. And maybe that's something we'll get into talking about, how, we feel a certain way some days before we come on and do these shows. But a lot of us that create and do every day and have a schedule, we persevere and we do them anyway. So we'll talk about that and a lot more right after this. I understand that, JJ. The Douche of the Dabbers checks her and says, notice me, send pen, notice me. There you go. Come on, Douche of the Dabbers. Thanks for checking in. And Scott, that is the end of the opening chat family check-in. So let's get on to some other fun stuff here on the show on BF Live. But that was the opening chat family check-in. That was a given. Come on.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
That's right. Talk amongst yourself. Talk to me. It's the Midday Hang. Hey, I see that there's 27 people that have been in here or in here currently. You're watching and or listening to BF Live 134. My guest coming up real soon is DJ Dabbles. Please like, share, and subscribe on your way in or your way out and on BF Live, on whatever you're watching on. I'm on Rumble, Facebook, and on YouTube today. So thank you very much for that in advance, and super chats and all that stuff. Let me see. Bye. Oh, wait a minute. He actually checked in. He's alive. He's alive. The last known presence of Bybee that I knew of, Scott, was he called in at the end of the last Thursday show, I think, the day after Replayables, and we verified he was alive.
Right. I think I walked over to his house and talked to him 30 minutes, and that's about it. He's missed a bunch of shows, and he's been quiet. Usually he's messaging me about this crap every day, and I ain't heard nothing from him.
Yeah, see, that's what he does. I guess he got because Chris, obviously, shout out to my friend Chris Abels, the host of Replayables. We do it on Wednesdays and Saturdays on the Levyverse channel. Thank you, Bob Levy. He handled. I see you backstage. We're coming in soon. He handles all the bookings for the show. So sometimes until showtime, I really don't know who might the guest be, Scott. So all of a sudden I heard that Bybee was going to be a guest on Replayables. And I'm like, is that so? And so I don't know what kind of warning he had, or if he thought, I don't know what it was, but I mean, I think he found out the hard way what Replayables is all about.
yeah. I mean, he seems to be one of his favorites, if not his favorite show. He didn't even tell me. I don't know if he didn't want me to come in there, making him nervous or whatever. He didn't even tell me he was going to be on it. I couldn't believe it. I just happened to be flipping and it's come on, and there he was.
Right. So just like me, you had no idea what he was on, but there you go. Your best friend from childhood was going to do one of the kind of major shows in our kind of orbit, and he didn't even tell you, but you already knew, and you were there anyway. And I like how you were teasing him and antagonizing him in the chat. That was a lot of fun. And I know this guy, our guest, he's getting ready to come on here. This guy, he found his way on Replayables too. And so it's kind of interesting because you've already seen him in the chat today under Devil's Joint. So that's what I originally knew him as in the chat family. That's how I got to know many of you cool ass people. So I know him as Devil's Joint in the chat. And then all of a sudden I make the connection with the JJ Dabbles and all this stuff. And then before you know it, I got to miss like Replayables, and he's like on Replayables conveniently right when I'm not on there. We're going to talk about this and so much more when I bring in our friend and our guest. Let's say hello to everybody. Let's bring him in to say hello to JJ Dabbles.
Hoya!
Not DJ Dabbles. Hoya, JJ. What's up, buddy?
What's up? Am I too loud? Let me know.
You were right when you were right close to it, but you might need more modulation if you're going to stay far away.
Proper modulation. I'll be closer. I'll be closer.
Okay.
How you guys doing? What's up, Scott?
Not too much, man. How's it going?
Well, it's going pretty good, I guess you could say, for life in general.
That's good, man. Well, I'm getting to know you. I can tell that you're a busy guy, and I already know that you did a show this morning. And I popped in the chat real quick. You did Trainwreck with Helga and Lisa, and American Cupcake was your guest, right?
Yeah, it was a literal train wreck. I actually used this morning to slowly get Helga to admit that she lied to Vinny and Carl about how she got to DabbleCon. So that's what I did. That was my plan this morning.
Yes.
So the show was just a disaster, and I was just trying to get the truth out because, they seem to be a little mad at me, I think.
Well, I want to get in and talk about that because I do have that video there, and I thought that was such a funny story, especially having attended DabbleCon, and I had a little encounter with Helga, so we're going to get into talking about all that. But I wanted to talk about just how we first started getting to know each other. That I got started getting to know you under Devil's Joint, kind of chat family. You were like always in the chats and all, and we probably chat each other up like I did a lot of other people. But I didn't know that you had this other side that you were doing all this stuff, and the JJ Dabbles. I didn't really put all that together right away. So, but then recently, I want to talk about how I've taken some vacation recently. It's kind of summer. That's doing my thing. And then all of a sudden I see that on the day I take vacation, Chris is having a guy, he's ready to go, JJ Dabbles. And so how did that come about? How did that come about, brother?
Well, I talk to Chris all the time. He seems to be a fan of a lot of the things that I post on as you call Twitter X. So, we talk, we're always chatting. He was going to come on the train wreck, and then Helga got lost. So for that episode, I couldn't find her, but she claims that she can't get in touch with me. Anyway, that's not the point. So he came and said, hey, Bobby's not around. Do you want to, sit in his seat? And I said, I would be honored, sir.
That's how you put it, huh? Okay. So now I know now I know the origin of it. There you go.
Yeah, it was very simple. Very simple. He's seen me. He knows that I could, just hang out and chat. So he said, why don't you come on? And then I probably fucked it up. I don't know. I didn't rewatch it, but we'll see.
That's cool. Yeah. So, talking about rewatching it, like, I guess early on, maybe you're like me. Early on, I tried to rewatch almost every show I did, but after a while, it just kind of gets impossible. Do you have a problem rewatching yourself? How often do you do that kind of stuff?
With my other job, I have to rewatch myself. So yeah, I do. Actually, with the train wreck, I don't care. Honestly, I'm helping them, and the whole point behind that was when Carl brought them up on WATP. I said, you know what? Let me take one of these disasters and see if I could salvage it. Especially because Lisa at that point was in the hospital and we thought was dying. So Helga was on his or her own, and I went in there and a lot of people say, I don't like all this production on this show. I like how boring it was before. But, Helga wanted that. It's not me. Helga's like, I want, things to happen on my show. I want to interact. Yeah, so I'm just helping out. I actually spend my own money. I don't make any money on that show, even with the little donations we get. So, it's becoming a chore a little bit, but I'm not going to leave them hanging. But I'm also probably not going to be around as that much longer. I have other things going on.
Well, I want to talk about, so I guess that I'm assuming because of the Devil's Joint, I think you got started this maybe for a love for your Devils hockey, right? Your NHL guy.
Yeah, I've been a Devils fan since I was about 5, and now I work for them. So.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that. So that's cool. See, we're already learning something new right here. I did see something on Twitter X, as I like to call it, like maybe a week or so ago, where someone gave you like a coveted fan towel, a towel that you didn't have.
Yeah, actually, like Scott does, every day I walk my dog and I stream it on X. And yesterday I did it here on YouTube for the first time because some YouTubers who don't use X said, "Why don't you ever walk your dog and show us?" Blah, blah, blah. So I said, "All right, fuck it. I'll do that." So I gave them a 20-minute walk with Gino, my puppy, who's around here somewhere, and I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, so. What was I just talking about?
Walking your dog. Walking your
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah.
So
You're talking about the towel. You got the fan towel.
no,
You got
I
it
was
covered.
walking the. I totally lost my concentration. I was walking my dog, and a
Right.
lady came out of her house because she must see me. Like, with this is a tank top jersey I wear, and I'll walk my dog wearing this.
Okay.
So that family moved in very recently, so she just popped out of her house and was like, "Hey, I have a tub with old rally towels from the playoffs from the '90s, and like I have like all of that stuff, but this specific one which is right here, I think I can't reach it, but yeah, I didn't have it. It was really cool, and she says she has more. I can see her house from my window, so
Wow.
I'm waiting for her to pop out, so I'd be like, "Hi," and
Hey again, yeah.
Will that
Put on
been
your-
out yet?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I mean, you asked me if I was a hockey fan, and yes, I've been a hockey fan for many years. I guess you go back to the days when you had Martin Brodeur for your goalie, right?
Yeah, Marty Brodeur, Patrick Elias, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
those were the days.
Yeah, so I guess you've been a hockey fan. Yeah, I'm here in the Mid Atlantic, so I'm a DC kind of guy, Capitals fan because I have to be. That's kind of like my closest regional team. So I was excited when we won 17, 18, right before COVID. We managed to finally get he got a Stanley Cup. So
that was a nice one. It was when Vegas. You know what? They really fucked me there because I put money because that was the first year Vegas was in the league, and I put money on them winning the Stanley Cup. $25, but at that point when they were in the finals, that $25 was a lot of money. So if they would have won,
yeah, because it was kind of a long shot because no expansion team I don't think had ever entered any kind of league and went all the way and won the championship in their first year. So that was going to be a long shot bet. But man, they were living it up until they ran into the Capitals.
Right, but they did end up winning their own cup a couple of years later. So good, good on them. There's a new team in the league, Utah, which I'm looking into now to see if I like them or not. I might travel there. I get to travel to 8 away games a season.
Really?
With the team, yeah. So I got to pick. Like I told Carl, I said if he wants to go, get back, into the locker room at a Buffalo Sabres game, I said maybe I'll pick a Sabres game, and I could bring a couple of people with me. So I interview players from both sides, and then I write articles, and they go up on NJD TV or NJD.com or NewJerseyDevils.com.
Okay.
Like yeah.
Well, that's awesome, man. That's something I didn't know about you, and you actually get to travel with the team. Well, that'd be neat if you can kind of make all those worlds collide, go hook up with Carl and be up in Buffalo and kind of make the podcast, bring it all together. So that's really cool. So how did you get involved with the New Jersey Devils? I mean, obviously you do a show about it. You do a show on YouTube about it, right?
Yeah, well, it's funny because like if you look at my Devil's Joint channel, it's got 205 followers, but if you go to Rumble, you'll find me at Banned by YouTube because I've been banned by YouTube at least 12 times. Every time I make a new channel, I have to go through this whole 4-month process where they have to watch my channel, and then I get my community tab back and this and that. People, I don't know what what I was doing is, and I don't care, I'll admit it, I don't care, I'm not gonna get fired for this. I was streaming games that were local games in New York, New Jersey, but they were blacked out to our local people. So I streamed those games.
Oh.
I got the streams. I basically stole it from MSG, and I just streamed it up, and they took me down for that. So my last Devil's Joint channel, where I had all my interviews were up there, all that stuff, that got wiped away. So I don't have any of that stuff back up yet. But this new season coming up is, all that same stuff will be coming back to my YouTube channel, and I'll be active on my X channel. It's been dead for the summer, but.
You were Robin Hooding it. You were kind of taking it from the rich and giving it to the poor hockey fan that was kind of blacked out and couldn't.
And people appreciate it. A lot of people appreciate that. Believe me, when they black out your team and you go to watch your team that you watch every day and it's blacked out in your local area, it doesn't make sense. And I don't like that. So I said, you know what? Let me go steal it, and then I'll just go through my, just like you are on StreamYard. I use a different program. Same thing. I just popped it up and I just let it go. And they got me after a while at the DMCA strike. Couple of them.
Yeah. So then you do the devil stuff, and then you kind of made that kind of did the YouTube come first, or did the job come first? Like what order did that happen in?
Devil's Joint. Oh, you can't really see that. Devil's Joint was just actually it was a show that I started for Devils fans originally to watch games on their own televisions or wherever they watch it, and then come to my channel and chat live and interact live with people during
That's cool.
games, right?
That's
this
cool.
is before a couple of things came out where that made that easier.
Yeah.
So you know, that was my original thing. So that was what was going on my channel. I had a couple thousand followers, not much, but like almost 5,000 at one point. And then like 2,000 people would be watching the thing and talking to each other during the game. Oh, that was offside, whatever. Just people from both teams come into the chat, and it was really fun. I wish I could get that going again. Even on my Devil's Joint Twitter account, I'm not allowed to stream anymore because they struck me there too, because I was streaming it to that too. Yeah,
they're on to you no matter where you're at. They're on to you on social media.
But they can't get me. DJ Livestreams X at DJ Livestreams X.
All right, there you go. So there's always another place out here on the internet. All right. So then so you have those shows, and so how did you make the jump to now we're all kind of in this kind of orbit and podcasting also. Am I making too much of a jump? So did it lead right to how did you end up producing shows and kind of in the position you're in now? How did you go from that thing from the Devils to what you're doing now?
Well, working with the Devils, I started also as a musician for years. I've always been involved in streaming concerts and stuff like that, or not me specifically, but been around the people doing that kind of stuff. Right. So eventually, when I was working with the Devils, they started I was doing editing for them for new NJD TV, which is their YouTube thing. So I started doing editing there, and I said, you know what, I've been in the Dabbleverse for a long time. So maybe under other names for a while.
Okay.
But Devil's Joints maybe the last year or so.
Okay.
And I'm trying to change that all to straight. I want it to be JJ Dabbles. I want to keep the Devils thing separate, but I also want to bring Devils fans, because Devils fans are mostly from Long Island, North Jersey.
Right.
They're all in this area of where
they could be into it. Yeah.
Where John lives.
Yes.
I live around the block from John's mom's house. So, I don't know if you've seen the videos of where I, drove by there a couple of times just to piss him off. But, I've done that. Not proud of it, but I've done it. I didn't scream at his house or have a boombox of any sort.
Yeah. Okay.
But,
do that.
But, being around John's area, John, he's we know who he is here, so that's how I got, hearing about John, and I'm like, wow, this guy really did a 180 real fast, and once I saw that, I got right into the Dabbleverse, and that was it. And I'm real close to, for a lot of the time he was here, right around the block doing all his bullshit. When he was home for holidays and all these problems he was causing. I could walk past his house. I do sometimes.
Wow.
With my dog. I do sometimes. But we had ideas to roll potatoes for Cardiff to roll them up the lawn, and but I never did anything like that.
So I assume, being a New York Jersey guy, did you come by this way knowing these things from Stern, being a Stern fan?
Yes. Yeah, I was a Stern fan. I actually wasn't really an Opie and Anthony listener. I started listening to Stern, through K-Rock, and then of course Sirius. I had the Sirius hookup with the I forgot what it was called, but the portable one.
Yeah,
I'm doing this. Yeah,
that's good. Yeah, I used to have like the satellite, the boombox radio, the whole kind of separate, the early kind of satellite system that you used to hook up.
And
but
you could record it. You could record clips from it. So I record like the Richard and Sal like prank calls. I would record those so I could re-listen. That was really cool. I forgot what it was. The stiletto, the Sirius stiletto. That's
that was one of the OG kind of radios, man.
Yeah. So that was my Howard thing, and then Howard, I'm not a very liberal guy, so once Howard started playing that game, I kind of didn't want to hear his bullshit anymore.
Yeah, well, you can be what you want to. You can be what you want to be as far as politics, as far as I'm concerned, because there's
Me too.
really only two sides, and I'm not going to get a fight over if somebody one is different than the other, you know. But what really irked me about the whole Howard situation when it turned is when Ralph and everybody turned on Ronnie. I mean, he was like a 20, 30-year-old friend, and they badgered him for months about who you want to vote for, and he knows it's a divisive topic, so he kept saying, "I don't want to talk about this. I'd rather not say. I'd rather not say." And when he finally said it, they jumped on him and attacked him and acted like they couldn't be friends with him anymore after decades. And I just thought that was
that's-
horrible. And it said more about them.
Yeah, and that's sad because that's that's happened with my aunts and uncles, cousins, people like that in my family. And I'm not like some crazy. I'm not out there protesting or out in the streets with signs. I'm not one of those people. You know what I mean? But it's just the fact that I might have an idea that's different. My own family members have now cut me off. So this is new. This is new in this country. So it's really dangerous, I think. But we don't need to talk about that. I want to stay positive.
Well, yeah, life is too short to be divisive, and I think that's part of the trick in politics is that they all want us pitted against each other. But I digest. That's right. I think I got a George Carlin clip where he says just that. You know.
Oh yeah. George Carlin was a genius.
George Carlin was a genius. Is a genius. Hey, Bobby, there you go. Yeah, okay. So you did all that cool stuff and all. You know, the Devils join, and you had this love for you're with the Devils team, which I think is cool, and I think that's a great thing that we've learned here today. And then, so you had the opportunity to listen to Opie and Anthony, did you not? You were kind of in that market, weren't you?
Yeah, I'm in the market.
Yeah.
But I guess it's another divisive thing where it's like kind of Howard. Like if I was listening to Howard and and it was like, all right, I'm on his side.
And that's what I wanted to get into because Opie and Anthony wasn't really in my market, so it wasn't an option for me. But I knew that even not being in that market, that it was a no-no to listen to Opie and Anthony or anybody that would dare go run against Howard Stern, right? That's how he trained everybody. He trained us in a way. He conditioned us to
he
believe
hung
that
up
kind
on
of
me.
stuff.
I got in on a call when Rest in Peace Richard Simmons was on. I got a call in when Artie was still there, and I mentioned Opie and Anthony for whatever reason, and they clicked me right off when and I was on the air. It was right in the first year of Sirius. Yeah, so right when I said that, I said their name. I forgot what I was saying, but they clicked me right off. One of my best friends was actually, ironically, Eric Nagel posted something about his 10th anniversary in June, and one of my best friends was an Opie and Anthony intern. So I haven't seen him in like 10 years. And Eric Nagel posted a picture with a bunch of people that I know who they are from the Dabblers and all that. And then one of my best friends from childhood is in the picture. So last night I went to Christian Blatt. I'm like, hey, I don't know Eric. Can you ask him like if you could give my information to this guy, because I haven't talked to him in years. Good friend of mine. So that happened last night. It was pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool. So you can kind of make a connection through like a photo or like an old memory through other
and I
people.
bet he still lives around where I live right now. I just haven't seen him or heard from him. I don't have his phone number, and he's an old friend. We used to go to Mexico together. I got arrested in Mexico. He helped me get out of it. It was a lot of memories. And then he just people distance themselves, and have their own lives and stuff, and you sometimes lose track of people. It's unfortunate. But I saw his face, and I want to talk to him.
It happens, but that's cool. I hope that happens for you. So tell me about so you ended up doing replayables when I couldn't be there, so that was cool. I like that, and Chris is always really good about pulling cool people in that relate to the show and all. So how did you feel about doing it? Like, what was your impressions after you kind of did it and all? What did you think?
Well, my impression, because I don't really drink, right? So so I have weed and edibles.
Yeah.
So I already took a bunch of edibles, probably about I think like 250 milligrams of edibles beforehand, and then I was vaping instead of drinking.
Okay.
And I had one of these double chamber vapes. So I don't even remember the end of that show, but I had a lot of fun. It was fun. I hope everyone who was watching that night had fun, had a good time. I don't really recall it. I was high.
What do you think, Scott?
Yeah, I got a question for JJ, if you don't mind me squeezing one in here.
No, absolutely, brother.
Hey, good to meet you, by the way.
Pleasure.
I got a question. It's the same question I've asked Shuley and Bob Levy and BF, Chris Abels. I've asked just about everybody I've podcasted with. So, if you had a gay monkey on your back, would you leave it there or beat it off?
Leave it there.
All right.
He likes a gay monkey on his back. Hey, there you go. You got the
I'm
answer,
already
Scott.
dealing with transsexuals every morning.
We'll get into that. Yeah, so Scott famously, you're among an elite group now there, JJ, because Scott likes to ask that to all of the most famous podcasters and guests that we have on the show. So, yeah,
Thank
man.
you, Scott. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
And I hope my answer was to your delight.
Yeah, it was great, man. I put clips together of it on my channel, and you'll be on the next clip.
He's there as Shuley. He's there as Bob. He's there as comedian Pat Oates. I think he's there as Joey. He's as all the many famous people. So there you go.
I'm a big Bob Levy lover.
Oh my God,
Bob, you know it too. I know you're gonna see this. Yeah, I love Bob.
Yeah, we all love Bob. I love how just great and how giving he is and encouraging us to kind of keep doing what we're doing, man. He is great like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I know he's helped us all out.
He's just supportive in a lot of ways, like even behind the scenes, like especially behind the scenes, in private. He's very, very generous guy, So
yeah,
don't want to say too much, but
so you were talking about now let's get to Helga and the Trainwreck. Let's talk about DabbleCon, my experience, and let's talk about all these connected experiences because I got to know you because you did their whole replayables thing and you've been cool. Like, hey man, I see your show and I like you on replayables and let's do something together. So that's kind of why we're doing this today. You were cool enough to reach out and all. So I was getting to know you and Helga and watching some of these episodes and all. So when I went up to DabbleCon on the second day, I walked in the door and I happened to encounter the one and only Helga sitting there talking to, I see OJ.
I heard she was right at the front door.
Yeah, so this was day number 2, but it was so funny to hear about all of that stuff, and we're definitely going to get into that too.
Oh, this is day 2. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a day, and it might be my fault for jumping around. Maybe I could have done this a little better.
No, I just learned a lot of new stuff this morning, earlier today, when I was getting the truth. I learned a lot of new shit.
And I think it's funny how, like her truth and your truth and all that stuff. But yeah, I met Helga and she was very nice. We had a nice little conversation. She told me a bit about her past and her experience, being trans or whatever and all that stuff. So it was really good. So I wanted to take a picture of her, but I don't know. She seemed kind of shy. I don't know if I didn't, maybe
really.
At least me, I don't know. We were in kind of a loose group of people. We were all talking to each other, so maybe it wasn't a good time to do that.
If I was John, I would throw something in my own house right now. But let me tell you something. Helga comes to me and says, ask everyone you know if they took a picture with me to send it to you so you could make a thing, all the orders I get. So you could make a slideshow, I'm like, well, all right. Now I'm hearing Helga, didn't want
well, well, picture this. It was Helga and Obnoxious John and myself, and we were all kind of sitting at a high top table. So we're all kind of having kind of separate, kind of conversations at the same time. It was that kind of thing, but it was a nice interaction with her, and maybe I'll get together with you on that show one day and all. But how did you? So you said you kind of saw or knew of that show, just being a fan of it, and you decided you were going to like reach out and help Helga out with the show.
Yeah, well, first, I don't want to say the wrong thing, but I know Carl played clips of the show, and I forgot who he got the clips from. I really like to give those people credit. I really off the top of my head can't remember at the moment, but someone sent him that show, that reality show, which Carl last week kind of scolded me about changing the name of the show, right? But I had a good reason to do it. Anyway, so Carl played that, and I want to show people that we'll go back to divisiveness, actually. Show that these two people are far left agitators in a way, and I'm like a right-wing guy, and we work together perfectly. We don't have a problem with each other at all, right? So that's one thing where I was like, let me see if they'll even talk to me, right? Okay. Yeah. Second of all, Lisa was getting sick, and Helga needed help. So I said, you know what? Let me be like, I'm a nice guy. I consider myself a nice guy. I might yell at the chat on the Trainwreck and call people names, and but that's part of what I do when I'm doing that. It's not. I'm a nice guy, and so I reached out and I said, hey, do you need any help at all? Just let me know. I gave her my email, and my email that was then flooded with pictures and videos and this and that. And I said, how about you just come on, not on the air, but come on through my software. Let me show you what we could look at, maybe do with you right now, So and then that's it. Helga said yes, and that was it. So I did it. I have time on my hands over the summer because the hockey season's not going, so not much for me to do there. And so I figured why not help out? If maybe help them make some money. They don't look like they're in the best situation, and they're not. But then Helga keeps going. Went to DabbleCon, no problem. Just went on vacation this weekend. Left me thinking she was dead. Oh man, everything is so crazy. It's a train wreck, and that's why I changed the name from That Reality Show, which is a really stupid name. It's not,
it's kind of generic, I mean, reality show is a genre, right?
Right. So it was That Reality Show, and then within 8.5, 9 days. We went to Trainwreck TV, which then we found out was already a large YouTube channel. And then I changed it to the Trainwreck, which is exactly what the show is, especially if you watch today's show. Yeah. It's just a train wreck, mostly managed by me in the background. If anything stupid happens, usually I made it happen, or I, forced it in some way or another, whether it be, almost like a psychic would do, like a dry reading, like a cold reading or a hot reading. I just kind of read how they're feeling, and then I say things and try and get them to do whatever.
This is on YouTube?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well,
we're
not monetized.
Out, man.
We're not monetized. Believe me, I got the channel. Oh, that was another thing, Bobby. I got Helga wanted to get monetized and couldn't figure out how to do it. So I went through the process, did it for Helga. And it only took 4 days for them to take their decision back. We got it, and then 4 days later, they took it back, took all the money back. I think everyone got their refunds, hopefully. I know.
Well, I was curious about that. Do you care to offer a reason why did they rescind her monetization?
You know what? I have access to every single thing involving that channel and everything, and I do not have a good reason at all, other than they said promotion of drugs and the selling of drugs, which is something that's outrageously stupid. It doesn't make sense. I mean, there's shows about, smoking weed. All that is Lisa taking a
Yeah, it's probably selective enforcement. Like if you do it on the download with a vape, but when you're real obvious with a bonger and they got a grudge against you, I guess they're probably gonna come for you.
And then Helga thinks that the evangelicals are after her from 1962. Hitler's still looking for her. He's running around in the under the streets below her house looking for her. She's boop, boop. So 78 years old though, still getting
I didn't
around.
realize that in person. I mean, I would have taken a good 5 or 10 off of that. I mean, looks like an older person, but I wouldn't have guessed 78. I would have guessed definitely like later 60s, early 70s and all. But
and that's what Lisa is. And Lisa, you would have thought Lisa was the older one, the way she can't really walk well and has all the health problems. But health problems happen at all ages. I have many health problems, of course, myself.
So how far did this go back? This communication, this relationship. How long have you been producing the actual show and changing the name? When did that occur?
Probably in April, late April.
Yeah.
And
so
then
just since April, you've been working with her.
Yeah, I think WATP only played their clip for the first time in April, and then it took like 2 or 3 weeks for me to start behind the scenes, just working and talking to Helga, and then maybe another week or so when I put out it came through my through my production instead of her camera over there in Connecticut.
That's cool. And I have been going back and watching some of the shows, and I do notice that you do have like a very kind of authoritarian, kind of aggressive style about how you run the show. I mean, you definitely run the show.
Yeah. That's shut up. That's something that we just brought into the show because it's been really hard with Helga. This is the problem. I'm going to tell you guys, and everyone wants to hear it. They already know it. The problem with the show is that these two don't have other things going on. They're older. They have no time on their hands, right?
Yes.
So they want to get up at 6 a.m, start
6 a.m.
Yeah, exactly. but they're getting up at 6 a.m. Actually, some even earlier, starting to call me. They want to do the show at 7:30 in the morning. Now also having me helping them, I'm getting them guests. They never had they had a guest here or there, but no one that we would know who they are, and not involved in the Dabbleverse or anything. But I brought basically Carl and Trucker Andy are really the last two, and I got Andy on the hook, and I know Carl's coming, but he's not talking to me right now. He's still a little mad at me, but they'll be there before I depart, because like I said, I'm not going to leave them hanging. But
that's cool.
I brought them all the guests and stuff, so it's been fun.
That's neat. So I understand that Helga is like a prolific writer, and she was telling me some of her trials and tribulations of this publishing house is against me, that publishing house against me, and we had a little talk about that. And I told her, I said, well, maybe you can go under. They have some of these sub names. Maybe you can get under one of the little houses. And she goes, oh no, I've tried that too, and they know me. They know me through all that stuff too. So I'm assuming she must have some type of reputation in the publishing industry as well.
You know, you never know, man. I don't know the truth. You know, douche of the Dabbleverse is a good buddy of mine. We talk all the time. He's the moderator. He's like my main moderator on that, you know, for the chat, right? I don't really need a moderator, but you know, sometimes you need someone.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, he I don't even know how to say this, but Helga and him go at it, and you know what? I can't even say what I was gonna say there, Bobby. Let me turn that back. Let me turn that back.
Okay. Oh, we almost touched on something there, Scott. What's up, buddy?
Yeah. No, I don't know how this has got by me. I only know this Helga from at one time. She must have been on some show I was watching. She's standing in, and I didn't know. I thought it was a bit. I didn't know this was a
I got her on the Creep Off. She was on with Cardiff Electric. Probably Dookie once, Dookie Soup, I think.
Dookie, yeah, that's where I seen her. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm,
I do all the booking for Helga because Helga can't do it. You know, they can't figure out how to text me, even me.
I thought that was just a character. I didn't know this is a real full time.
It looks like a character.
Person.
And I think that's part of the intrigue of the show is like, what is this person? What am I watching? It's a train wreck. Like JJ said, is this a bit? Is this a lifestyle? It makes you wonder, do these people live like this 24/7? And I think we're finding out, coming to know them, that this is legit. This is Helga. This is Lisa. This is their relationship, how they live. Now, I want to play this video because this video that you made, your rebuttal video, we're not going to play all of it because it's 12.5 minutes long. But for the people that didn't see it, I want to show kind of like basically hit the bullet points like you kind of did already, that Helga went to the DabbleCon too. I saw her there. I witnessed her there, and there was this whole thought or notion of she had somehow got a notion in her head that she was eligible to set up a merch table there, right? When did you find out about this? Did you find out about this after the fact, JJ?
Yo, wait. Oh, yeah. Vinny yelled at me about it. I had no idea this was going on. And I actually this morning is when I confronted her about all this stuff. And I actually, the chat had to back me up and say, yo, JJ told you that it's not a Comic-Con. It's just called DabbleCon. It's not a con. It's not Comic-Con. You're not, you know, you do not have permission for that. I told her that. And I didn't even know she was really going. Actually, this is what I was going to say. Douche of the Dabbleverse, I talked to him, and he knows that I don't really take most of the things said seriously. So we talk about that all the time. And he told me, I know you didn't really think Helga was going to DabbleCon, because Helga didn't even say, JJ, are we going to me? Are we going? She didn't even say that to me. So like, what am I thinking? That she's going? She didn't even ask me to go. You know what I mean? Like, are we going as a show or whatever? It didn't happen. So all of a sudden she just left on a Thursday and then, went. But I never know if it's true. So I didn't know she was going, and especially about the table. This morning, the chat said, hey, I remember that you said that it's not a con and you cannot do that. And thank you. So I just put that clip up right before I came on here.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, because I can tell and listening and watching it on the train wreck this morning that she still thought that it was a con, and I heard her saying that. Well, I think it's a real loss, and they should have like an area where you can set up the tables, and it would have more podcasters would have come. Like she wanted to feel welcome like that. But I just thought, and Carl will get into it, how really you didn't even know Helga was going. Certainly, so Vinny and Carl didn't know that Helga was coming, right? If no one really knew, but yet shows up with this expectation for a table and attributes you to it. So let's watch a little bit of this. And I love as you're watching the video, watch all of the rebuttal that JJ adds with the text in here while we watch this clip.
So Vinny and I were talking on the Creep Off the other night about the fact, because JJ, who's the producer of the Trainwreck, which is the show that Helga and Lisa host, it went from that reality show to Trainwreck TV to the Trainwreck. Everyone knows we're going to rebrand, keep doing it over and over again. Make sure no one knows what the fuck.
Patrick Michael does.
Yeah, right. They're doing the Patrick Michael version of this. So JJ we thought that JJ told Helga that she could come to the show, DabbleCon 2, and set up merch. But Helga thought, well, we'll get into all of that.
Oh boy.
Yes. So Helga said, no. JJ talked to Carl, and Carl said it was okay.
So you think this is something that Helga put in her head based on a conversation, kind of a passing conversation you had about maybe she'll go to DabbleCon or not, and then somehow turned into setting up a table there?
Well, I learned this morning that, we did talk about going to DabbleCon. I wanted to go, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having some really serious health problems. I can't really. I was told by my doctor not to travel at that weekend specifically. Actually,
Yeah.
So I really couldn't go, and it was a problem for me to get there anyway. But either way, Helga knew, straight up knew that she could not bring a table, but I didn't know that she brought a monitor, play looping the show. I'm like, how did you do that? I thought you didn't know how to do anything. You were looping the show on a monitor, and you think I'm very confused. I'm very confused.
Yeah. And did it so well dressed, because when I seen her the second day, she was in a lovely dress and all. So, I mean, I'm imagining doing all this work and setting all this effort with books and multimedia and being all dressed up. I don't know how she did it all, but there you go. So Helga was in full effect. Let's keep watching a little more of this.
Joint says he wanted to hide Helga. Oh, Devil's Joint. I don't think Devil's made
Joint
it to the show.
JJ, you got some splaining to do.
Really? What's that all about?
JJ, did you tell Helga that she could come in and just set up wherever she wanted to? Because she said you talked to Carl and everybody. And
Look, I say he put like nope up on the screen. Now, JJ, let me ask you. I mean, Carl. I mean, he does WATP. These guys do all these kind of bigger shows. What is your connection to Carl? How did you get to know Carl so well that you kind of have this back and forth with them?
Actually, Carl just knows me as a chatter. I would assume, you'd have to ask Carl how he knows me, but
Okay.
we've I've sent him clips, a lot of, I do a lot of editing and stuff. So I send him a lot of stuff from Devil's Joint before I even was JJ Dabbles.
Okay.
So he knows me as Devil's Joint mostly. He usually calls me that.
Yeah.
But then me getting involved with the Trainwreck, I started talking with him more, and then we became, we're friendly with each other. We never met, so I wouldn't say we're best friends, but I think, like I said, I think he's mad at me at the moment, but I consider him a good guy, and that we talk, and I actually have some ideas. We're setting up a little meeting where we're going to talk about something, some future stuff maybe we might do together. So I'm hoping he likes the idea. Maybe you'll see that in the future.
Well, I see you making the rounds. I mean, you did one of the shows over there. Did you do who are these broadcasters? Did you not do a show like that?
Yeah, did ATB. I just put a clip of that on my channel right before I came on here too. I did WATB 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
So that's cool, man. So you've gotten on their radar somehow. So that's obviously how you did it, by giving Carl some good content and everything. And he's obviously taken a notice to you. And I can tell he talks in a way where he's kind of knowingly, and he kind of has some respect for you. At least that's my impression. But let's play a little more.
Yeah.
They got that she got cleared from you, that she could just set up.
Sure
her shit?
didn't. I like the comments. It took me a minute to see all, and I'm like, okay, this is JJ responding to everything with text.
Early on Friday to set up our merch table.
Sure didn't.
Helga's already there with a whole merch table with all of her books.
Yeah, premium real estate next to the door.
Best space.
And she got all of her books and a video screen.
Yeah, now I was there when I got there Friday night. I don't know where that was resolved or what. I guess it was resolved, because when you walk in, they have like the banner up for Comedy Central, Comedy at the Carlson, and all that stuff with the, you can take your picture by it or whatever.
Right.
Paparazzi at it. And then the first table right after that was like the Shuley Network table. And I think there was like a WATP table. I think Carl might have been Lucy at the table, or Carl's wife was manning that one.
Jenny Jingles was there.
Jenny Jingles was there. Yeah.
Even though I wasn't there, I know that. I don't know.
Exactly. So that's kind of the configuration that was going down by the time I got in there. So I guess they had already kind of taken care of the Helga situation before I got there. So
thank you guys. And I'm sorry. Anyway, I really am sorry. I did not send her there, and I did not know about it, but I do apologize, because I could have maybe tried to stop it, but I didn't know it was really happening, because, like I said, the people in the chat, the people that watch our show, they know that I don't even believe what is being said most of the time. So I didn't know how. I was wondering who's going to take care of Lisa. No one's mentioned any of this shit to me. So how are you going to go to DabbleCon out of nowhere? Lisa will end up dead on the couch. They just had someone die on the couch 2 weeks ago.
Oh my God. So there you go. Once again, that's why the show is appropriately called Trainwreck. We'll watch a little bit more of this and then we'll move on.
It's playing on a loop her show. Like right in front of
See
all
the
of
show.
them. So multimedia presentation,
pretty nice setup.
all the books. Not
I like
part
the
of
look on
show in
Vinny's
any
face.
single way. No one invited.
Vinny always seems like that guy anyway. He's like that excitable, that on edge guy where if you just put one more thing on his scale,
Right.
he's going to fucking lose it. He seems like that
Last
guy.
nerve, the last nerve.
Yeah. I don't really know him personally other than seeing him on these shows, but that's the kind of guy he comes off to me as.
Vinny's great. He said right after this, he said he was just playing it, whatever.
He seems like that. I've never seen like any malice out of anything. He says like, I think he might have been hurt by some of the Stuttering John stuff and maybe come at John a little bit or whatever, but really I've never seen
That was real. That was
any
real.
malice out of Vinny.
Whatever. Okay, so Vinny's obviously blaming JJ for this, and JJ put up on the overlays. No, I didn't say that. I definitely did not say that she had permission.
I don't fucking know. I got a million fucking things going on. And I got to deal with this person who's...
And I think Carl is definitely loving that this fucking irks Vinny, and that's why he's having so much fun playing this video and these reactions. He's love pissing off, all over again.
Going, Vinny, I need to have power run to my booth. So I
Oh, that's right. You're the video screen.
Go.
Helga. Is Helga mad about her?
Right, it's one thing showing up, but I like that
don't even
she needed
know
the power.
how Helga
Yeah,
felt
and she
about
said
it.
she wanted to go on a
Helga,
ladder.
how many times did she
Yeah.
go, no, but I have. So I guess Helga's not upset. That's good.
Well, I don't appreciate being fucking conned. How about that?
Yeah.
I
She
don't
did not
either.
have permission to
your
books at the
rebuttal. I
comedy
love the
club. She just
rebuttal
she was
video. I love it.
She came in and said she got permission from Carl and Shuli through you, dude.
He wrote Helga's networking idea.
Yep.
Yeah, I had nothing to do with any of that.
Yeah, she definitely did the whole mom said I could do it, and you go to dad, and dad, mom said I could do it.
And then Carl eventually says that that Helga, I'll say Helga went to Carl, said Vinny said it was okay, went to Vinny, said I said it was okay, the whole round. And then, she told me it was a networking idea. No, you just lied to everyone.
It was a lying network. It was a sophisticated network of lies is what it was.
Yes, that's exactly what it was. It was sophisticated. It was very sophisticated. She got that booth in and Vinny, she's a big woman, I assume. And, Vinny, like they said, they joked around and said, "Hey, I backed up. She'll kick my ass." So,
Yeah, she was very tall and formidable.
But she came back saying, "Next time, I'm going to come and help with the tech, and I want to go on, come up on I'll bring the ladders." Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, I like in this video, like I said, I won't play all 12 minutes of it, but I like in the video where she says, "Hey, can I do a set on the roast?" And Carl says, "Well, do you have a roast set written?" And she goes, "No, I don't have a roast set written." And Carl goes, "Well, then no, you can't do a roast set."
I mean, I couldn't imagine how. I mean, it would have been funny. It really would have been, because I've seen Helga, and I have videos of Helga just going up and doing a 5-minute, open mic.
Yeah.
And because Helga and people know who Helga is at DabbleCon, maybe if they would have let Helga just go up and do 5 minutes and talk, not anything to do with the roast, but just let her do a 5-minute thinking she's doing stand up, I believe. I think that would have been a funny moment just for 5 minutes, but in no way would I have promoted that or said, "Hey, Carl, do you mind if she does this?" Never would have said that.
JJ also said that I can do 5 minutes, Carl.
Yeah, he said
everything.
Time, and I'm going to be on 50 Soup too. Yeah.
That was funny. So it was fun meeting her up there. And yeah, it was a tight show. So I can see where, if they tried to throw somebody like that in, it could have really caused a train wreck, if you will, with that show, because that show kind of ran very precisely, very tight. It was because they did it live, and also it was a pretty tight show and all. But it was a lot of fun being up there.
Helga will go on and on. If you say you got 5 minutes, Helga will, that's 5 hours for Helga. So
I can't wait to check this out. I can't believe this got by me.
Gosh, man,
well, I think Uncle Jack has done the train wreck. I want to say our friend Brian Clauder has done the train wreck, right?
No,
no, Brian didn't do it. Okay, a couple people, some people I know kind of from our orbit have
I want to get Shawnee on.
Shawnee from the Shawnee Zone.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think I don't think he was too sure about the train wreck, but I don't know if they kind of met because he only came up for Saturday. I don't know if they had an encounter, but yeah, I'll put in a good word and let him know, kind of direct him that way that you want to have him on the train wreck, right?
Yes, absolutely.
It was great. So I got to meet Helga in person. I got to meet Shawnee for the first time in person only after doing shows with him. And so that's kind of trippy because I kind of know him from being a fan of the Stern Show, like I was from back in the Stern days. It's high register and how they drove him nuts with all that shit, if you remember those days.
Yep. Yeah, those were the days, man. I mean, that's some classic stuff, and it's still good to this day.
Yeah, it is. It is good shit, man. But yeah, so I mean, so you're like obviously a creator and you do all this cool stuff too. So I wanted to show a couple things that one, this is a part of something that you did that I hadn't caught originally, but that's why I think it's cool, man. You're so creative, and we got a lot of cool creators in this universe of ours, podcasting universe. I want to show this. This is a thing. It's like part 2 is like Space Dabbles you did, and I love Space Balls. So let's watch a little Space Dabbles here from JJ Dabbles.
I know you're bringing this up. I like that. Baseball.
Oh shit!
I
love me some Spaceballs, JJ.
You gotta love Spaceballs, and just if anyone isn't aware, I'm putting up different scenes, but I'm taking that movie and making it not a full length, but maybe like a half length actual Spaceballs movie with all the face swaps, and it's the origin of the dink. You know, dink, ding, 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 ding. You know that part? That's John saying dink. So was the original video I used. And I was like, you know what? Let me make a whole Spaceballs movie and do the face swaps. So I have all the clips. I'm going to put them together and make it a movie kind of thing. Hopefully not get sued for it.
That's nice, man. Yeah, I love me some Spaceballs. Mel Brooks, that's a good movie. I definitely got that on DVD. That's one that I like to watch on TV whenever it comes on every now and then. Scott, were you like a Mel Brooks or a Spaceballs guy, man? That's some good shit.
You know, I wasn't whenever I was younger. It wasn't until I got older, actually, that I kind of look back and appreciate it more now. I didn't like it when I was younger.
Yeah, because it's all about the satire. So when you get, that they're making fun of Darth Helmet and all that stuff, and may the Schwartz be with you. I love all those kind of crazy
Bobby,
puns.
let me say something about that. I have never in my life seen any Star Wars movies or Star Trek for that matter. Never. But I loved Spaceballs when I was a kid till now. I still knew the references just from Star Wars being known. So
That's cool.
That's how good the movie was, because you didn't even have to know Star Wars by watching it to actually get some of those references as a child. Even for me, I still to this day won't watch Star Wars, don't want to, but I'll watch Spaceballs all day.
That's interesting, and I've heard that from other people before, people of a different generation, that they didn't know from the original Star Wars. They seen Spaceballs because they were exposed to that first and kind of learned this shit backwards, man. So that's got to be funny, and they're like, hey, man, this Star Wars shit ain't as funny as as good as Spaceballs was,
John Candy, I mean, it's classic.
Oh, my goodness, yeah, absolutely. That was a great movie. So, so you do like a couple of those. So, you're, like I said, you producing, you're working for the Devils, you make a kind of clips and all. So I'm gonna play one more of your creations here.
Okay.
This one is related to kind of the Dabbleverse stuff. So so talking about the Dabbleverse real quick before I do play this, you said that you were already kind of in the Dabbleverse, maybe under the Devil's Joints name or other ways and all. So what is your kind of like being Dabbleverse being kind of John centric? What is your kind of all interest in this? You're like all in on trying to figure out John, or like, how did you get involved with
John
it?
is a local guy for me.
Right.
Like,
Okay.
He's literally grew up in a house down the street. We all know his family around here. You know what I mean? Like they're local. So that's very intriguing to me when he's the center of like this whole thing. Right. So also watching him and seeing that this, I don't know what words to choose here, but this nut job is making sure I had to watch him to make sure I knew when he was in New York, because I have kids around the block and I'm worried. I'm scared of this guy in some ways. He's fucking out of his mind.
Well, he's shown on tape. He's recorded himself doing it, showing up at people's homes. So it's not an unreasonable fear that you're having and all. But it's
fear. Let's not say it's a fear.
Okay.
I'm not
unreasonable expectation. Let's look at it that. Let's say it that. We put it that way.
I want to call him a short whatever that people say, because I'm not that tall myself. I'm 5'9". You know, I'm not the tallest guy. But, you know, I know he's much shorter than me, but I've seen him in person at Papalardo's. But I do want to promote one thing real quick. What I am doing right now is in his hometown. I'm interviewing random people on the street, asking, "Do you know who John Melendez is?" And then we're gonna clip them all together and make it probably like a half-hour thing. You know. Show.
Well, that's awesome. And so that's what's cool for like people like you. And so I don't have that personal perspective of growing up around him, but I did grow up being a fan of the Stern Show. So I evolved with him. I grew up with the show. So I know him from that, and knowing what he really was to the show and how Howard talked to him daily and what he believes he was to the show now is like just so far apart. And it's amazing to see it. And so
it's delusional, not paranoid. It's just delusion in general.
Mm-hmm.
It's delusion. I mean, he was not a writer for the Howard Stern Show. It's just plain and simple.
Right. And Howard would tell him all the time, John, you think you're funny? You think you're funny? You're not funny. You're funny because I make you funny. That's why you're funny, John. He would tell him that all the time, that I'm not your daddy and you're not funny. And if you are funny, it's only because I make you funny. I mean, Howard would tell him that shit all the time. And I think that he's still, like, to this day, maybe that's part of it. He's always trying to run from that and always be that person that he thought he was, those delusions of grandeur, the Uncle Rico, if you will.
Yeah. He's got a thing where he's living in his head like he's 25 years old right now.
Oh, you're giving him a lot of credit because he has that playground mentality that he thinks that he's just going to kick the world's ass. Like that's how you resolve conflicts with everybody.
All right, maybe 17 then.
Yeah, that's a good age for that. But yeah, he thinks he thinks that that's how you solve problems as a nearly 60-year-old man.
Yeah, it's unbelievable actually.
All right, well here's what I'm doing. I'm having a great time talking and catching up with JJ.
Thank you.
Getting to know you and know what you do and kind of learn your background, man. It's a lot of fun talking to you and all. So what I'm going to do, I got that one more video that I just threatened to play of yours. This is like one of your cool face swaps that you did too. Shout out to you and Cyke and Terry Nee and all of our cool content creators, man. I love sharing other people's cool content on my show, man. So
love those guys.
Yeah, man. So many cool people out here just kicking out shit all the time. I like it when people take the stuff that we do and have fun with it, make it more fun. So that's kind of what this is. So this is you doing the face swap with
that's Bob Lee. That's Bob Levy in the middle as Michelina.
Perfect. I mean, don't even look like you did much.
It wasn't very hard to do.
And you got John as Keanu, and then you got what's that, Army Major?
That's the Army Major, yeah.
There you go. Let's watch this here.
For being such a meanie bajini about my wife doing
I'm
this
sorry that your wife left you for your cousin. That's not my fault.
John looks too good as a girl. You did too good to him.
I got rid of a lot of extra weight and baggage with that, but it's you don't have to apologize for that. You got to apologize. What do you listen? You were a meanie.
I did nothing to you. We knew nothing of you. You started shitting on us.
Very hurtful, Canoe. For being such a meanie.
There you go. So there you go. I like that. That's great. I mean, like I said, John almost looks too good, doesn't he, Scott?
Yeah, I was looking at Bob though. I was looking at Bob in those eyes.
Yeah, that's Bob's eyes there.
Bob's dead sexy, baby.
I forgot why I made that. I made that clip for a reason. I forgot what it was though. There was a reason behind clipping that and doing that.
Yeah, it's kind of, I mean, you know, I think he tried to catch that cheap heat off of Keanu, just kind of coming after her because he knows Keanu and Micheline has a following or whatever.
Yeah.
Michelino, so that's good. All right, well, like I said, we're having a great time talking to my friend JJ Dabbles here. Getting to know him. We'll go back. I've been having a hard time keeping up with all the chats, but I'll try to get some of them in. Spacey75 says Bob is hysterical. Let's see. AO, where is Bobby Nick? Well, I can do this one of two ways. How about if I do, because we're about to take the BF Live piss break because we are coming up on the halfway point of BF Live. I typically do a 3-hour show here today. It is 1:30 where I'm at here on the East Coast of the United States. You are watching and or listening to Streamshow 134 with our guest, DJ Dabbles, checking in. So what I was going to do is I can bring him in right now. We can say a quick hello, but we're about to roll into the piss break. And then after that, if you can stay around, if you're feeling up to it, you're welcome to hang around, and maybe we'll get into some of the other fun stuff we do here on the other side of the piss break. All right, that's kind of the plan here. So why don't we bring him in first? He's the bro, you know, my brother and yours from the Great White North. Let's say hello to Bobby Nick Havens.
Hey, everybody.
What's up, Bobby Nick? How you doing, buddy?
Not too much. JJ Dabbles, good to see you, man.
Pleasure to see you, Bobby.
Sir Bobby Nick of Canada. So, do you have an awareness of my friend Bobby Nick, JJ? I don't think there's a time you could turn on YouTube and not see my friend Bobby Nick Havens.
Yes, I know Bobby Nick of Canada.
Of Canada, yeah. He's got the different name today.
Sir Bobby Nick.
Well, yes, I was knighted by Joey C last night because he is now the king, right? So,
I thought maybe you're going to say Wendy knighted you or something.
No, that's maybe I'll get a double knighting. I don't know. Is that possible?
Maybe we have a lucky night, double lucky night. So, yeah, JJ, how are you aware of my friend Bobby Nick? Like, I'm curious about how we all know each other.
I know Bobby from your show.
Okay, all right, that's cool, good. Because Bobby Nick literally does like everybody's show. He's so great. He does Catalina TV. He does No Filter with Andrew and Friends on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays. He does all kind of freaking shows. So I was just kind of curious about that.
Yeah, mostly from your show. I don't watch that a lot of shows. I really don't have much time to sit down and watch things.
It is hard.
Yeah.
It is hard.
Despite what Chuck Puck in the chat says, I don't have a lot of time on my hands. I have kids, I have animals, I have a family. So
Chuck Puck eat a dick. Apparently, there's a lot of fun talk going on in there.
That's fine. He's from my chat. He's cool.
That's cool. Terry Needs saying avocado is up. Click the like before you go pee. There you go. Deadpool's got the instructions for you. That's right, Chuck Buck. Well, now we know you. Now we got more people that nobody knows. We got 4 on screen, and we got you, buddy. Welcome to the show, buddy. I don't pee, Deadpool says, cut of the jib. And who are you again, Chuck? There you go.
What's up, Chris?
Jib, click it anyway. I don't like the cut of your jib, sir. Let's see. Okay, we'll do Deadpool. All right, Bobby Nick. Well, I was going to wait till after the piss break, but it's so cool. I'm glad you got to come in and say hello to JJ. JJ, we're going to do a quick piss break, man, 2.5 minutes. And if you want to stick around, man, we can have more fun on the other side. What do you say?
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it. All right. So,
doing it.
Go to the bathroom, grab something to drink, grab a friend, let them know we're hanging out with JJ Dabbles, and we're holding it down here on the Midday on BF Live. But right now, I think I need a piss break. I'll see you in 2.5 minutes on the other side, right here on BF Live.
I think I need a piss break. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance, pee-pee dance. Yeah. Think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I need a piss break. I do the pee-pee dance. I do the pee-pee dance. Yeah. I think I need a piss break. Oh yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Oh, watch me now. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Come on, give it to me, that pee-pee break. DJ, hook it up. Drop that beat. Yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah. Watch me now. Pee-pee breakdown, pee-pee breakdown. Break it down, pee-pee, yeah. Think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Oh, yeah. Wash your hands. Don't be gross. I know you touched your pee-pee.
I did, but it's mine, and I can do what I want with it. We're back for the second half of BF Live right here on YouTube. I got my guest JJ Dabbles we're hanging out with, buddy.
Hoya.
Hoya, that's right. Hoya, happy Hoya. Yeah, the Hoya thing was funny, man. That thing, I don't know if you know the origin of that for us, but
I don't actually.
the origin of that was Chris Abels, man. Chris Abel, we're always pulling videos and looking for like cool, just wacky, fun shit, man. We love drinking, smoking, laughing, joking, having fun, with just crazy shit, right? So I show up on Replayables one night, and he has this dude in the hat, this very person right here, and we saw this.
Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya?
I am
So
so
that's-
stupid. I've seen that a million times, and I should have known that. I don't
Well,
know.
there you go. So he's the viral horror guy. I hadn't really seen him a lot until kind of Chris pulled him out and brought him to my attention. But so, you know, you add like Chris Abel, some like we're smoking some weed, drinking and all, and everybody just has fun with Hoya, and it's kind of caught wildfire. So we use it as a greeting, a salutation, whatever. Hello, goodbye, all that shit, whatever, man. So it's just
Yeah, I just started using it. Everyone said, "Hey, Hoya JJ," so now I'm Hoyaing everyone else.
There you go. That's how it works here. So that's the origin of Hoya. Chris Abels. Thanks. All is well. Just chilling before I have to head to work.
There
Just
he
stop.
is.
Just Douche of the Dabbleverse says, just stopped at this little market in Louisiana and got me a crawfish pot, 2 lengths of alligator sausage, and some hog's head cheese, along with a lot of frozen stuff. I'm going to cook at home when you go. Thank you. Thank you,
got a
Douche of the
bag of
Dabbleverse.
peas? You got a bag of peas, douche?
There you go. Thanks for checking and letting me know what you're up to today. Let's see. About what stage you're going with. Oh, here we go.
That's Chris. Hey, Chris, what's up, brother?
So your boy Chuck Puck is in here coming at you about let's see. Lisa.
He's trying to start problems. Yeah, that's what he does. It's okay.
Okay. Lisa's here with the Slurpee checking in. Oh yeah, everybody. Happy Monday to you, Lisa. And thanks. I want to, if anybody saw the thumbnail for today's show, man, JJ like stepped up right away and said, "Hey, Bob, thanks for having me on the show. If you want, I can like drum up a thumbnail." And I said, "Hey, man, whatever you're feeling." So I was glad that he was feeling my Slurpee vibe. I like that.
Yeah, it took like 4 seconds to make.
It
so
did.
It's not like it's some crazy great thumbnail. But
no, well, and look, bro, but look, okay, so this is all about levels, man, and so like I couldn't have done it that fast, is what I'm getting at in the long and short of it. I need to be a little better at my video game, man. But yeah, but you were able to take that, just get that Slurpee and put it in with the picture, put all the elements together. I want to get to that level to where I can just slap shit together that fast, man. So I thought that was cool. Good picture.
Appreciate
I like
that.
I got aspired to work that good. Let's see. We got everybody here. Oh yeah, Lisa from Deadful. New Girl says, "I'm not sure what business that would be yours." Okay, I want to say this chat is very touchy. Pants soiled says Gash is checking in. What's up?
Well, he looks like he is a little baby monkey. So.
All right. Well, I'm gonna say gaseous. Let's see. JJ, so I assume we didn't get to really talking anything about music and all, man. So I assume you're like a fan. Do you have like music on your computer or on your phone? Would you enjoy music on the regular?
Yeah, I tend to start my day listening to Radiohead.
Really? That's cool to know. Well, we do a little thing here I've been starting to do. And so when I have a guest on, I like to ask, because what we'll do, I would like to know, would you tell us 5 letters of music? So what this is that we can have somebody throw out a random letter in the chat up to the letter V, okay? We'll have somebody throw out a random letter, and what we'll do is that we'll go from that letter, and because there are 5 letters in the word music, I will ask you, show us 5 letters of your music, whether it be in your phone collection, or if you don't have any, just a song or artist that you like that starts with that letter.
Okay, let's go.
You want to do that? Let's do it. Come on. Tell us 5 letters of music. So let me see. I'll just look in the chat randomly. Come on, somebody throw a letter out there, and we'll start from whatever letter. 5 letters of music. The first letter I see, we'll go from that. Everybody grab your kind of music list. If you have a music list, if not, you got to think of a song or an artist that starts with this letter. So this will be a good way to finding out how much.
I like this game.
What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong.
That song doesn't count. When we talk about radio.
I'm a creep. I'm like that. Oh, that's it. It's okay. All right. New girl threw out S. That's the first letter I saw. So we'll go S.
Suicide silence.
Oh, wait a minute. Wow, that was
Suicidal
quick.
tendencies.
Wow, S. Let's see. We'll do S. S, T, U, V, and W. That's what we're going to do. S. So you got suicidal tendencies. Okay, that's your S.
So what's the next one?
Hang on. We're going to go
we're
around.
all going.
We're going to go around and we're going to check in the chat a little bit and see what they do. It's kind of a way to get to kind of know each other and what kind of musical styles we all like. All right. So let me find my music files, number one. What do you have, Scott? I heard you pipe up and you said you had one already.
I like that suicidal one. Mine on my first S one is Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, the Anthrax version.
Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. Cool. Anthrax?
Right.
That's cool. All right, I'm trying to find mine.
Local guys too. I mean, Anthrax. Yeah.
All right. How about you, Bobby Nick? What you got there, brother?
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank again.
Really? Let me see. I'm trying to find my.
So you want me to look at my phone and like press the letter? That's what you wanted me to do.
Yeah, that would be preferable because
All
that
right,
would be,
I'm sorry,
and I want to see the first one listed under that letter.
Always Corey Feldman.
Sometimes it's something embarrassing.
Exactly. That's what we're going.
And Bobby Nick.
I don't
He's
have a
the biggest
phone.
music guy. He's the biggest music guy of us all.
I don't have a phone with just something I could just press and say, "Hey, this is what it is."
I just press S into Spotify, which is where I listen to music, and my music isn't coming up. You know.
That's cool. So what we were doing, I forgot the letter. We're doing S, right? So I piped an S. Mine is Stray Cats. She's sexy and 17. That's what mine is. Stray Cats.
How about an album? Sonic Temple.
All right, that'll work. Anything you can think of that you like that starts with an S.
By the Cult. There we go.
Bobby Deadpool says Bobby Nick Sink the Pink by
That's
AC/DC.
another good one. That's another
There you
good
go.
one. Yeah.
Oh, look, Deadpool's like Bob. You're getting the Bobby Nick. Bobby Nick.
The Smiths
We got
at the top of my S list. The Smiths. They're mentioned in the chat. Actually, it's ironic.
We got Sacrifice Sons by Dream Theater from our friend Matt. New Girl checks in with Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, and says yes. Donovan says Season of the Witch must be the Season of the Witch.
Vanilla, are you guys putting these songs in there on purpose? I have a connection to the Season of the Witch and Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. That's really odd.
Bro, so put it together, man, because I randoed this. You saw I threw the letter out, bro. This is straight up rando.
Well, my uncles are drummers. They're well-known drummers. One of them was a drummer for Black Sabbath when when Dio was the singer, and also for Dio, and the other one was for Vanilla Fudge, who did Season of the Witch.
Whoa. Wow. See, man, we're
I just found it ironic. I saw both of them and like real quick, and I was like, "Wow, that's weird."
There we go. We're interconnecting, man. See, that's what it's all about, man. It's all about vibes. Yeah, I don't mind, but they're not a band.
Or Mind a Piece.
Let's see what else we got. South of Heaven by Slayer. Space Chief 75 says for his S. Rain of Blood. All right, S. Let's do T now. What do you got for a T, JJ? Your first T in whatever music list you have will be the first song or artist under T.
All right, so I'll go to like a playlist, right?
Yes.
We'll go to a playlist.
First one. Although it should be your whole kind of catalog, but whatever. I'll take a playlist.
I don't even know how to look at that. Like the way what you want me to look at. T. Okay, I'm not in an A.
Any song or artist that starts with T that you're fond of or that you have?
Oh well, Testament is a band that I love.
Man, that's what I was going to say.
Whoa!
I was going to say that too. Actually, that's the first thing.
Damn,
that's the first thing that came to my head.
Nice.
Too Close by Alex Clare, says our friend Dead Fool.
Oh, no.
Things Can Only Get Better by Howard Jones. Saw him this weekend. Whoa. I like me some Howard Jones. That's cool. Thanks for letting me know that, J-Dog. Woof, woof. Let's see. Deuce and Delvers, they're just trying to get along. Testament is awesome, says our friend J-Dog. New girl checks in with Tenacious D for her tea. Matt says, recent events. Take the Time by Dream Theater, says our friend Matt. Mine is The Mirror and the Ripper by Volbeat. Yeah.
Nice. Trooper, Iron Maiden. I like that.
Oh, the Trooper. It's the Trooper.
The double T.
How about Touch Me by the Doors? That's a good one.
Come on now, touch me, Bobby Nick. Can't you see that I am not afraid? All right, we had some fun with the T's there. If that's the last of the T's, how about you? This should be an interesting letter. Oh, wow. Well, these are let's see, anything with you. Let's see. S T.
I got Unholy by Kiss.
Whoa, there you go.
The band Under Oath is mine.
My list is coming up weird.
You guys know Under Oath?
I'm not familiar with Under Oath, man. No.
Me neither.
90s hardcore metal.
No, I'm not familiar with that one, Brody. I'm half distracted too because I'm trying to find my music list that I had last time. My music player list. Let's see. Oh, here it is. All right. Boom. Now I got my alphabetical list.
UB40, that's a good one.
To you. Here we go. You. What's I got the U? Oh, my first U is You Got the Look by Prince. Oh shit. You got the look. You must have took a whole hour just to make up your face. Baby.
Listen to
Hell, I like me some Prince, man. Prince is underrated brother guitar player, man. He's one of the most underrated guitar players of all time.
Yeah,
that's true.
Uptown funk you up. Uptown funk you up, says our friend Dead Fool, checking in with his UB40. Red wine that make me feel so fine. Jizz. I like that one. Unholy by Sam Smith, our friend Gasses checks in with. A different Unholy than our friend Scott Fitzpatrick was.
How about You Can't Touch This by MC Hammer?
Oh, shit.
That song does start with a U.
It starts with a U. It does.
Yeah.
I remember. I was a kid dancing to that song with the baggy pants.
You can't, the letter
and
you can't touch this.
Legit to quit.
Oh shit! Don't be bringing that out. Unbroken by Killswitch Engage checks in our friend Matt for his U. Let's see, that new girl and all them. They're fixing their relationship. Urgent. Hey, Donna G, thanks for checking in. I saw you checking in. You seeing my moves doing the pee-pee dance. That's my pee-pee dance moves, girl. What you know about that? It's so urgent. It's urgent. Wait and see how urgent our love can be. Under My Thumb by the Rolling Stones. That's a great song. It's got the glockenspiel in it. Doom, 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 doom. All right, that's our U's. We took care of our U's. So let's see, S-T-U. We're going to go to the V now. Let's go to the V.
Velvet Underground, Heroin.
Hey, where's my V's at? Oop. Oh, shit. There we go. All right. Velvet Underground. Okay, that's Lou Reed, the Velvet Underground.
Yeah.
Okay, Lou Reed fan. All right. What about yours, Scott? You ready there with your V?
Yeah, I got Vixen.
Oh my God! I was going to make a fucking joke that my V could have been Vixen.
What's Vixen?
And yours is Vixen.
Yes, it is. Yeah,
that's cool.
the edge of a broken heart.
Oh shit!
The women, I know Vixen.
Ah. What about you, Bobby Nick, with the V? You need a minute?
How about Verse, Chorus, Verse by Nirvana?
Okay, Bobby, I got his go-to of Nirvana or AC/DC. Let's
right.
see. New Girl says, Vienna waits for you. Vienna by Billy Joel is her V song.
Billy Joel, hometown guy. Yep, went to my high school.
I saw him a few times. He came to through Baltimore. I saw him do his stadium tour and all.
Yeah, he brought us when I was in high school. He brought about 40 of us to him and Elton John's 4 shows at the Nassau Coliseum. We were backstage.
That's cool. That was probably a good tour, man. 2 legends on that tour.
Yeah,
he came with Stevie Nicks and they played in our stadium here. So that was cool. That was really cool.
Great.
Venus in Furs says our douche of the Dabble verse for their V. Vera by Pink Floyd checks in with our friend Matt. Video killed the radio star. Video killed. That's right.
In my car.
Very good. Vampire by Olivia Rodrigo says, Gaseous, I certainly sound like a piss pants baby now. Okay, man. There's a tear in your beer. It's all cool here. Let's see. Very cool by Aaron Imhole. Wait a minute. Said no one ever. Said no one ever. We didn't even get into any of that about the whole steel toe, and I don't know what your knowledge of any of those things are.
You talking about me? You talking to me?
Yeah, Jay.
Obviously. Yeah, I know a little bit about Aaron and April and Nick and all that.
Yeah. I mean, were you like a fan or anything? Or you kind of just know loosely from the outside, like kind of we do?
I don't know who was a fan in the first place. I don't know. How
That's a very good point, man, because kind of, Bob, he kind of glommed onto the whole kind of Shuley situation, and I got to know them through Bob talking about him and maybe Gino talking about him a couple times on Compound, but mostly Bob. And I never really felt that they were sincere about anything about this, about the Dabbleverse, that they cared enough to show up for the first DabbleCon. And I was like, who gives a fuck about these nobody's opinions anyway about any of this? I never put it all together,
Yeah, I just don't find, and I don't find that show interesting or and it's, and now I could see why it's easily made fun of.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to sit and watch it. There's no way.
No, it's not. But there is, like I said, you can't help but see like a car wreck, and he's definitely like a car wreck, and he's definitely along the lines of Stuttering John as far as the level of delusion in his life and how he spends his court appearances and just every aspect of his life.
Yeah, I made a little clip of him walking, the walking out of the court clip. I made him walking through the Arctic Circle, like walking on this like sheet of ice through the Arctic. I think it's funny. I don't think I posted it.
Oh my God, that was cool. Okay, so we did V. Oh, let me do my V. My V is, because I'm a dynamic guy. This is by Loretta Lynn. It's called Van Leer Rose. That's my country tip. Van Leer Rose, Loretta Lynn. That's my V. I'm a country guy. I'm diverse, man. I like it. All right, let's do our last W. We have JJ Dabbles here having fun, and everybody in the chat can play along too. Is having fun playing along too. And will you tell us 5 letters of music? So now we're on our last letter. We're going to get to the W's. So everybody go to the W's. Oh, New Girl's already getting ahead of the game. Let me go. I see for it. All right, so New Girl says, Wonderwall, English classic at every pub and party.
Oasis, Bobby Bob. I'm going to go with Wilco.
Oh, Wilco? Really? Oh, no, sorry, Echo. Wilco. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Any particular song, or is this the whole album, or what?
No, I'm because I can't figure out how to pull up the
Okay.
way you pulling them up. I'm just thinking of bands I like with the name.
That's fine. That's fine. We'll
Yeah,
take that too. What do you got for your W there, Scott Fitzpatrick?
Whitesnake.
I got Wasp. Fuck like a beast.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
You were close,
wow.
JJ. You were in the zone, though, boy. You were like White Snake, and he wasped you.
Yeah, he wasped me. He got me.
wasped
I
you.
got
That's
stung.
funny.
I got
Oh
stung.
my God, Wasp was the shit. There you go. How about you, Bobby? What comes to mind when we say W, my friend, with music?
Fuck, I'm still thinking.
All right, well, I'll go to a couple in the chat while you're still thinking, because we got Deadpool with like washing my big old pussy by Bird Cloud. We got to look that one up.
Like White Stripes. The White Stripes. Does that count?
Oh, yes,
yeah,
love me
White
some White Stripes. Yeah, man.
Oh
Yes.
my God, I'm gonna have to go with that. White Stripes.
I've seen them like live twice. They're fun, man. Great band. Where Did You Sleep by Nirvana, said our friend Donna G. Ladies and gentlemen,
It is a cover, but it counts.
Nirvana. That was my favorite part of the video. Nirvana. Matt checks in and got Waffle by Seven Dust. There we go. And Gaseous has a wicked game. What a wicked game you play.
Good tune. Good tune.
Feel this way. All right, there you go. You may hit the high parts. And no, we're not doing that. Come on, let's get on it. All right. Oh yeah,
Primus.
Why known as Big Brown Beaver by Primus. I like that song.
Yeah.
My bass out. I wrote that right now.
Yeah, bro. So look. So, but you've kind of mentioned in passing because you're kind of a multifaceted dude. You're good at all this stuff, and you also do music. I see you got the guitar next back there. We got a bass and a rhythm, regular guitar, 6-string. What do you got?
I got an Ibanez electric bass here. An Ibanez bass and Washburn acoustic.
Awesome, man.
I'm an Ibanez guy myself.
Oh, yeah,
I play metal. I play a lot of metal, so
Right.
You guys, I think you guys are kind of making a little bond here because Scott's a guitar guy and he's done a show called The Guitar Guys. We cut of the jib, and you guys are bonding.
Well, yeah, Chris, cut of the jib. Sorry, friend of mine, also old friend of mine. We used to talk. I know his. We used to talk guitars a lot in the past too.
Well, there you go. Well, Scott's done his show many times on Sundays. That's one of his kind of regular plugs that he does at the end of the show here. So yeah, you guys can bond over your guitar play, if you will, right, Scott? What you got, bud?
Yeah, but I think Jib. I don't know if we're doing the guitar show anymore. He's got a problem with his channel.
Yeah, I think a lot of things have been shelved right now.
Okay. And let's see. We have Wake Me Up When September Ends by Green Day. Our friend Justice checking in. The White Stripes is a 2-4 with the S with Seven Nation Army, says our friend Deadful. There you go. That's cool. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed that. That was our last letter.
I like that. I'm sorry, I didn't get the grasp of doing it from my phone. I was doing it off the top of my head. I apologize.
Well, that's okay. I could probably get better at it, kind of explaining how I want to do the segment, since I've only done it a couple, 2-3 times. That might have been the third time I've done it, JJ. Well, thanks for taking part in that, my friend.
No problem. It's been fun. Loved it.
Cool, man. There you go. I think that's a cool way to kind of get to know people and to kind of share some musical ideas and kind of do it on the spot, kind of like I wanted to do, so we just get a good true answer out of it. All right. Well, let's see what we got planned here. Why don't we do this? I do have a couple news stories. I could jump in my news studio and I could do some news stories and let everybody comment on them. So why don't I do that? I'll run my little graphic here, my little element, and we'll get into some of the BF Live other news, or the BF Live not so serious news right here today on BF Live. Let's get into some of that. Come on. That's right. You know where to go for all the hype, but we want some other alternative news stories here. You come here for the BF Live other news, or the not so serious news. I'm over here in the BF Live news studios. So why not pull a couple of these stories I have ready for you, and we'll go over those right now. In my first story on the BF Live other news, or not so serious news, I'll share it for you. It says, a German woman poses as an empress of a made-up kingdom to mingle with Italian socialites. This story is about a 49-year-old German woman who had been posing as an empress of a non-existent kingdom and rubbing shoulders with Italy's elite, and had been accidentally unmasked as a fraud. Sandra Nicole Martinez, who had adorned herself with titles as her Royal Highness or her Imperial Highness, had become a regular at exclusive parties and social events in Italy's capital after being introduced to them by legendary Italian socialite Gaia Sosapiso a few years ago. Apparently, no one questioned her claims of being the empress of an imperial house of Giordini, the royal house with headquarters in Beirut, Lebanon, even though a simple Google search would have revealed that Giordini is actually a town in the tiny Eastern European country of Moldova. Martinez was eventually unmasked as a fraudster, and completely by accident. So this is what she looked like, guys.
By accident, too. Yeah, that's...
Well, and it's kind of interesting how she got caught. It'll tell you here in the story. It says, the fall of the fake empress of Giordini began in March of 2024 when a wall in the Trastaverte district of Rome suddenly collapsed, damaging several vehicles. Among those cars was a Ferrari driven by Sandra Nicole Martinez, which investigators discovered had expired license plates, no registration, and no insurance. This obviously raised some questions, and further investigation revealed more inconsistencies regarding Martinez's vehicle. For example, the license plate of her Bentley belonged to a truck in Germany and had hundreds of outstanding fines totaling 2,600 euros or $3,000. So this is how this empress got caught, basically, guys. She was like taking other tags and putting them on vehicles, driving through these cities and capitals, not paying the fines. They were paid on the bogus tags, JJ, and that's how she got caught.
Wow, that sucks. That sucks for her because she was getting away with it.
There you go. So you pull all that off and you get caught by a technicality of driving around. You know, not because anybody called you out on it, just because you got called driving vehicles with false registration. So I thought that was kind of a different kind of story. Fake it till you make it, I guess. It works sometimes. Let me see.
Who does she think she is? The Duke of the Dabbleverse?
Oh, there you go. Matt's checking in. Go for it. Let's see. My sister Kathy says he has props.
Go for it, Corey Feldman.
Go for it. All right. So that was my first story in the BF Live Not So Serious News.
Gotta give Corey a shout out. Thanks for blocking me, Corey Feldman.
Oh my God. We do a segment here from time to time, and I might have something I could go to called What Was Corey Thinking? And we will play his various guitar solos or attempts at guitar solos and his attempts at playing songs where he shouts out his band. And so what do you think of Corey? What's your take on him?
Well, I just saw him at Loserville in New Jersey.
Oh, yeah, did you?
He was excellent, of course. I think he's got a problem where he doesn't see what people are trying to show him. You know, I think he's really like a John.
Very much.
Very similar to a John, where he could lean into it and it would be so much better for him.
Yeah.
And even though it's still working out for him, you know, it still really is. People are going to see him because the show is funny to watch. You know, you want to see what kind of mess ups are going to happen, you know?
You have to be astounded by his longevity of having like almost zero talent, JJ. How's he made it this far?
He keeps going. It took me fucking almost 4 decades to even get my face on a podcast. Holy shit.
And I see he's done like recently Howie Mandel has a pretty large podcast. He did Howie Mandel stuff. He does the Today Show. So for people that don't know, Loserville is the actual live concert tour that Corey Feldman is out playing live on, basically opening up for Limp Bizkit and other bands. What did you think about the tour overall?
Well, first of all, you got to be pissed off when you're going to Loserville to see Corey Feldman and Limp Bizkit, and they put Corey Feldman on at 6:30 in the afternoon, you know, late afternoon while it's still light out, and then 2 acts that really nobody knows in between, and for 3 hours, and then Limp Bizkit. It really sucked because Corey was on when it was light out. You want Corey under the lights.
So
you want to see him in his full, you know, his full show with the lights going and everything. So
yeah, that would be different. That would be different because he probably would hype it up. But so you're telling me they do the whole kind of like really early, like let's get this mofo on and off the stage before the crowd shows up kind of early?
Fred Durst is trolling this man.
That's what I thought, bro.
Because
that's what I thought, because when you see Fred talking, he's like, no, man, you know, we're kind of all messed up in our own way, and we're just kind of doing a fun tour displaying that. And I'm like, Fred has just got him out there just to do what he's doing, man.
He directed that video for the joke, and it's the worst video of all time. And, you know, Fred Durst directed it. He purposely made it look as stupid as the song is. You know, it's ironic and funny at the same time.
Right. But yet, once again, it just leads to Corey getting more like stage time. Did you have a thought on that there, Scott?
No, I was just agreeing. I thought that the same thing about I feel like Fred Durst is that tour, the name of it and everything. He's just leaning, because you know how Limp Bizkit kind of gets shit on now. I think he's just leaning into it, man.
Though there's a thing about Corey Feldman. He's not absolutely stupid. You know, I think this is all. It's literally a bit. I think he's trying to get one off on everybody.
Bobby thinks he's living the bit. He's always aspired to be like Michael Jackson. I think a little too much, but yeah, I don't know. I'm like with JJ.
I've never seen him be normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just kind of him. But I think he's playing into it just as much as everybody's trying to goof on him. He knows. You know, I've seen tweets of his saying that, you know,
lucky you.
We got you know, he's gotten us. It's a troll. It's 100% a troll.
You know, his 3 out of their last shows were rained out. 3 out of the 4. 3 out of the 4.
I was seeing that. Yeah.
Yeah, and so Corey Feldman, Fred Durst decided, hey, how about you go play in the cafeteria of whatever arena they were in front of the family members of some of the other bands? That's what he did, and then they filmed it. Oh, what an embarrassment! I was embarrassed.
Let's see. Here's something. This says truly a great showman. This is from a recent performance.
Yeah.
Oh shit! JJ's reliving it all over again. Me and Terry Nee are jealous of you because we had this fantasy. Terry Nee's kind of in the Mid-Atlantic area, and we had this fantasy of all getting together and maybe going to a show and all seeing Corey Feldman together. It was kind of like a little dream we had.
I'm sad that I didn't get to see Corey and his Angels, because I think Corey and his Angels was where he was leaning into it and saying, all right, people think this is stupid, but I'm doing it anyway. Now, after seeing him in person, he's dead serious. He's dead serious. He's got this horn that he's got to pick up, and if he doesn't pick it up, he gets pissed off, man. It's really funny.
And that's one of the things that it's so noticeable because, I mean, I could probably pull out multiple videos of him coming out on stage, starting a song, and it just started sucking, right? And so, right, what does he do? He stops the song and looks for a band. No, you came in too early. Why?
Yeah.
It's always somebody else's
And
fault.
the guitarist guy, whatever his name is, God bless that guy, is basically their tech guy. He runs around all over the stage fixing the keyboards, fixing the amps. I mean, why aren't these things prepared before a show? You're on a fucking tour.
Oh my God! All right, here's a little more. This is him. Oh, this is him on a recent thing with Pauly Shore. So JJ, what do you think? Do you think that everybody like Today Show and Pauly Shore, Howie Mandel, he can't possibly be getting known for his legit talent? They have to be trolling him and just letting this happen, right?
Listen, when he did Go For It or whichever one it was on that. I don't know. He did two shows, like Good Morning America and the Today Show, or one of those. The host, the male host, made a comment, and you could see Corey arguing with him before. He goes, "This is for real." He's yelling at the guy.
The host is like, "This is a joke, right?" Like
he made a little comment. He did.
That's funny. He wanted to know. He wanted to be in on it if there was something going on.
Yeah, he's like, "Yeah, let's see what happens," or whatever. And he goes, "No, it's really gonna be good," or whatever, you know. And like you see Corey yelling at him as the guy walks away, and then he starts his stupid, dance with his arms going like this.
The same dance he's been doing for 30 years.
Yeah.
See, our friend Terry Nee, this is what I was talking about. Shout out Terry Nee. He says, I'm so jealous. He's jealous of you because you saw the tour live.
You know what? Maybe he'll come around again. I mean, he seems to be doing good, and he's also telling people, a lot of our shows got rained out, so we got to do another tour. I heard him say it, so pray for it.
All right, so this is him on another guy whose kind of time is come and gone. Pauly Shore, the Weasel. Hey, buddy. What's going on? The Weasel. So the Weasel had him on. So let's see how this kind of went. Oh, same dance. It's the Weasel, buddy. Weasel. Get it, Weasel. Those guys probably knew each other since back in the day.
Yeah, if they're touching butts, they know each other.
Settle down, look her straight in the eyes and say, "Can a woman want?"
Yeah.
I did not see that.
You did not see that. There you go. I'm glad I'm giving you some new, fresh Corey content. But yeah, sometimes we play that. I go, what was Corey thinking that he could go out on stage and perform or dance? I don't know what it is.
I mean, the dance moves are unbelievable. You got to see, like you got to think, this guy's coming out on stage doing these moves every night, and if you watch the film that Carl and Drew Lane and all them got, there were some people in the front that really knew the songs and were like laughing and they were with it, but most people were just standing around. It's I don't know. Corey is. I want to see him again.
But it's amazing. Yeah, just for let's say. The douche of the devil says, I thought the Michael Jackson thing was just part of Corey's role in Dream a Little Dream, but then he never came out of it. Exactly, man. I think when he really misunderstood when he says, would you like a little Michael Jackson inside of you? Yeah, Michael Jackson inside of you. He took that a little too differently. I think they had two different ideas of what that was going to end up meaning. So, yeah, he's like popping and breaking and still trying to get that Michael to come out of him, JJ, to this day.
Do you think that Michael Jackson touched Corey Feldman? Because Corey Feldman says if you watch the two Corey show, Corey and Corey Haim fought, and Corey Haim says, I was awake, you were asleep. And what Michael Jackson, he was known for having people sleep at his place. Maybe Michael Jackson was a little sleep diddler.
Yeah,
I think Corey Feldman, Michael Jackson touched his heart, and then touched his penis.
Hey, there you go. There was a certain order to things.
That's the way in.
That's what Bobby, yeah. Yeah, it was well documented that he always, he was stuck in his immaturity and always had too many kids with too many sleepovers at the Neverland Ranch and all. So, I just think basically kind of what we thought was going on at the time and what we kind of learned after that. I mean, something had to, when you're going to be around each other, at some point somebody got touched is what I'm saying.
Do you not think that Corey Feldman's actions today reflect being abused by someone as a child? Like, we know he was, but Michael Jackson is always what's on his mind. So
Yes.
Is that connection? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know if it's love or trauma. If he's trying to control the trauma or something, maybe.
That's
right.
a good way to put it. Right. That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
Yeah,
Michael Jackson was his abuser, and he's like, that's why he's so.
He didn't want to accept it. He was my hero. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, that's how he's processing it now. Maybe. I mean, that's our opinion, and we're entitled to that. But yeah, I can kind of see that kind of scenario happening, and you make it, and it makes you wonder maybe that Corey Haim couldn't live with what was going on, right?
Yeah, and it really pisses me off that Corey I believe it's a lie, makes up this story that Corey said, if I die in a year and then he dies in a year, you got to tell my story, all this bullshit. I don't believe that he ever said that. And Corey, that's really it's really disrespectful.
He's trying to just keep that whole childhood dream and that whole thing that they were living in alive,
Yeah, and Corey Haim wasn't really down with it. He wasn't. If you really look into it, he didn't really like it. They weren't friends. They were not good friends. Corey Haim did not like Corey Feldman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seemed to be like just a relationship of convenience because they just happen to be two young kids trying to make it in Hollywood at the same time. And look, hey, their name is both Corey. Let's put them together. That's what
happened.
That's a total Hollywood thing,
Yeah.
Did all the good drugs and kind.
Well, the drugs they had back then were good. Yes.
He faked his death. Michael Jackson will pop up again. I don't know. I heard much as you heard the same stuff when Elvis died. Everybody's fat.
Elvis never died.
Everybody's fat bearded uncle was like Elvis in Louisiana. Now that's just my uncle going to the general store in Louisiana. The Jesus juice. Let's see. I took the wrong cap. I'm going back a little bit. Let's see. Yep, I'm so jealous we got that. Okay, I had those two. Yeah, I didn't know this was going to turn into a spontaneous what was Corey thinking, but I'm always ready with some Corey content here because, like I said, we like to talk about here on BF.
I always have Corey opinions, so you call me in for any Corey you got.
That's awesome, man. Well, I'm glad. This is so good. This is so cool. I got one more for you here. We're doing like a spontaneous in the middle of the BF Live Not So Serious News. It turned into what was Corey thinking. So this certainly qualifies as what was Corey thinking. The epic guitar solo, JJ. It's funny listening to people and probably like yourself and Scott, that know how to play guitar and know that he's really not doing much of anything. That's his guitar tech guy behind him, I guess you were talking about?
No, that's the bassist. He's good. He's actually really good. The guitarist is good too.
He got feedback and he decided to end it.
Yeah, and then he looked at the crowd like...
And says, thank you very much. That's Big J, I think. This is like Big J Okerson.
No, is that Big J Okerson?
Yeah, look. I'll go back.
It looked like him. I couldn't tell. Okay. That's about as far as I was, but I was on a lawn.
They were just those guys were just into it to be knuckleheads too, man.
There was a lot of groups like the one I was with that were doing that. They were there to see Corey. Very pissed that he was the first act, and I came from the middle of Long Island to New Jersey and had to be there at 6:30 on a Thursday or Tuesday, whatever day. It was hard to get there in time. We didn't want to miss Corey Feldman, so you got to be really early. And then it sucks. We just what we watched. Wouldn't you rather see the lights on him in the dark at night and see him do that solo?
I got to admit, bro, that I didn't really ponder it until you said it. That he's early, he's always first. You only see him in the day, but it would be kind of interesting to have like some of a full effect smoke and lights and see what he
plays
can
videos and everything. While
Yeah.
he's, you know.
What kind of train wreck it would be with some lights on, with the addition of lights to it. That would be funny.
That's
It'd
what
be
I'm
even
saying.
funnier if he was in control of the lighting guy and he like yelled at him and told if he like designed the lights or something. No, man, you're blinding me, motherfucker. I mean, you could
Well,
get
he
definitely-
He did do that in the cafeteria show where he said, "I can't see. Can someone change the lights?" Yeah. So I mean, it kind of wasn't a light guy, but
I passed by a video yesterday. I thought it's probably in another box that I put stuff in, but it was literally a video of him. He stopped himself on stage because he was dancing so aggressively that he punched his own tooth out of his fucking mouth.
Tooth out with the mic. Yeah.
He knocked his tooth out of his mouth, bro, and he stopped the song. It was another reason to stop a song. He didn't blame a band member this time. And so they're literally, the whole band has got their instruments are strapped and looking for his fucking tooth on stage. Fucking hilarious. So that's why I always say, what was Corey thinking? What was Corey thinking? That's cool, man, bro. See, I like this, man, because I didn't even know we were going to do a spontaneous talk about Corey, man. We're bonding on all kind of shit, having fun, man. So I'm ready to do some more. Oh, I'm kind of in the middle of the BF Live news, so let me make sure I got some stories left. And I got a couple more things that we can do up to the 3 o'clock hour. Always got some fun stuff planned. Let's see. All right, we got to. Okay, we'll talk about this one, and we'll definitely have fun throwing this story around here on BF Live today. Let's talk about this story. We're kind of in the middle of the other news, or the not so serious news. So let me share some of that with you. This, well, there we go. Okay. Let's check this out. This is a story about food, y'all. For whatever reason, I checked the National Day calendar, do a lot of different stories here on BF Live, and a lot of them are food related, and this one's no different. So we're going to get a little controversial about the pizza. Are you a pizza guy, JJ? You like you some pizza?
I'm a New Yorker. I mean,
Fucking A, man. It's like it's part in your genes, right? I love me some good pizza. I'll just take a good pepperoni pie, man. Now, okay, so now being a New Yorker, this is about pizza with different toppings on it. This says Sweden's banana-topped pizza puts Hawaiian pizza to shame.
Hawaiian pizza already is shame.
Whoa, there you go. See? That's what I was getting ready to get at, because I know any traditional pizza person, especially someone from New York, they're not having it with this Hawaiian pizza. So I was wondering what your stance was on Hawaiian pizza.
Yeah, I don't even have a stance. It doesn't exist in my world.
There you go. Well, I don't care, man. As long as I don't have to pay for it and I don't have to eat it, I really don't care what anybody puts down their gullet. Much like people get crazy about Chicago, about if you put ketchup only or ketchup and mustard on a hot dog. I really don't have no strong opinions about that, but many people do. How about you? You have an opinion about that while we're at it?
I do. If I eat hot dogs, which is very rarely, I'll have like 2, and I'll have one with ketchup and one with mustard. That's how I usually.
You confuse and piss off everybody with that choice.
I
don't
didn't know
what
I would, but yeah, that's what I do.
It's so crazy. Go ahead, Scott.
What's your stance on avocados?
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, I love avocados.
Oh my God.
Oh, get out of here! Kick him! Kick him! No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, look, you good. JJ, we got into this whole freaking thing looking in on the National Day calendar here on BF Live one day. I don't know if you were watching then, but avocados came up as like the thing of the day, and it turned into this whole this one likes them, this one doesn't like them, and threats of sending Bobby Nick avocados to Canada. Are you familiar with any of that?
No, I didn't see that, but it sounds funny.
We were torching him so much so that even like song parodies were made up. Who would do that?
No, I don't know.
As the guacamole flies on a cold and gray Alberta morning, the mailman just brought Bobby something avocado.
Avocado.
And Bobby Nick cries.
It's touching, isn't it? Touches you.
I love it.
So there you go. And it led to stuff like this, like Terry Nee.
You know I'm bad, I'm bad, really, really bad. You know I'm bad, I'm bad, come on, you know.
So there you go. That's the kind of fun we have here. We just fall into that kind of fun here on BF Live. Shout out Terry Nee. So yeah, so you like avocados and guacamole, I guess?
Yeah,
guacamole.
I would say more guacamole than having like avocado on sandwiches and stuff. I don't really go that far, but guacamole's good, yeah.
Well, Scott being the prop master, he almost bit in the one on screen one day, and all of our friends in the chat had to remind him that it's really not how you eat one, Scott.
Oh, you were gonna bite it like an apple?
Yeah, I was going to eat it just like an apple. And then they told me how to do it though, and I cracked it open and I took me a spoon. It was disgusting, man. I didn't like it.
You gotta take the
Not at
bit
all.
out.
He didn't like it.
Yeah.
I don't think he podcasted for like 2 days after that either.
So, but Scott was brave enough to try. But me and Bobby Nick, we know for sure without even trying that we're not big fans of avocado. So,
What about pomegranate?
Oh, let's not get started.
I like pomegranate.
Oh shit. Let's suffice to say, JJ, you might not know this about me, but I'm a picky eater. A lot of the people that watch me regularly know I'm like a meat and potatoes guy, so I really don't eat like all these vegetables and all that stuff. So
Me either. I'm not allowed to actually because I have Crohn's disease and I've had surgery. I can't digest greens, so I can't eat like vegetables at all. Yeah.
See, hey, rabbit food is for the devil. Gotta watch that rabbit. No, that's cool. But yeah, to each their own. I don't get too bent about it. But let's read about this whole Swedish pizza and how it compares to Hawaiian pizza. If you thought pineapple-topped Hawaiian pizza was a culinary crime, like our friend JJ here, wait until you hear about Sweden's take on the Italian staple. A pie topped with curry, pineapple, and banana, my friend. Look, he's got his pitchfork out. He means this shit. Let's see. It says...
Now they've gone too far.
According to Bobby Nick, it says Sweden's fascination with bananas is well documented, but that doesn't really explain the culinary oddity known as the Tropicana pizza, or simply Swedish pizza. I had no idea that this was even a thing. It says the pizza and the bananas. No one knows exactly who came up with the idea for this unusual pizza, but according to a 2017 tweet by the curators of Sweden and X-Twitter account created by the Swedish Institute and Visit Sweden, Tropicana pizza was already known as the most Swedish pizza there is. For some reason, many Swedes find this combination of curry, pineapple, and banana paired with a smoky, savory flavor of smoked ham irresistible, making banana top pizza one of the most popular pizzas in the Sweden. And there's a picture of it. Look at that, bro. Come on, JJ.
I don't even want to see that.
You don't even want to look. You don't want to see it?
Bothers me.
That's just weird. That's just weird.
That
and I like pineapple on pizza, but that is fucking weird.
So there's love.
And I love the Swedish too. I love Swedish people. But come on.
Maybe we can't now. Maybe we just have to,
right.
You know,
might rethink that. Scott, what's
maybe
your feelings on
to
this?
disassociate ourselves with them.
I can't. I have too many hockey jerseys with Swedish players' names on them. I can't.
PDF file should be force-fed Hawaiian pizza.
With a wood chipper.
Terry Nee checks in with the love of avocados. Granny checks in, brother. What says, my cousin got stuck with Corey Feldman in a Chinese finger trap in 1981 when Chinese was really Chinese.
How about the real Chinese? Hey,
That's
Granny,
real Chinese.
You're doing well, bud.
The real Chinese, man. Speaking of Elvis, that's right. Thank you very much. PDFs to the wood chipper, says Devil's Joint. Avocados got that good fat, says Mr. Crow. What's good, Mr. Crow? Mr. Crow and me. How you doing, buddy? Matt, Banana Man, World Order, says our friend Matt. Avocado, spoon, and salt, yum, says our friend Terry Nee. Space Chief 75 checked in and says, Sweden grows the best bananas. Who knew? I didn't know that. I had no idea until I saw this report. Did you guys know that Sweden and bananas was a thing?
No.
I had no idea.
No, I wasn't aware.
And I sure didn't know they were putting them on their damn pizza. Sweden has fallen, says Mr. Crow. He might mean that for a pizza or some other reasons. What is up, I love but where's my bitches? What's up, Donkey Kong and Jim?
I'll say it if you want.
What's up, my Bobby Nicks? How you doing, Donkey Kong and Jim? Thanks for checking in, buddy. I'd rather sniff Stuttering John's feet than eat a Swedish pizza.
I agree.
Wow. Gesha says, pizza is constantly bastardized. Good word, bastardized. ISNO and Katie got Mr. Crow checking in. J Dog says, I just picked up an authentic Little Caesars hot and ready. All right, now what do you look? I see JJ shaking his head, man. Being a New York guy, you're not much. You can't do chains, right? You can't like the chain pizza, right?
No, you can't. It's illegal. I mean, I could walk right down the block and get real pizza. Why would I do that?
Right, and I thought it was so funny when Howard used to tell Richard Christie that. He's like, you're in the world
Yeah.
capital of the best pizza in the world, and you're eating shitty like Papa John's and all. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we got an Italian place around me, bro, so I'm the same. I can't remember the last time I've had Papa John's or any of the commercial pizza, but is there one that you remember kind of liking, or it's been too long?
Well, actually, it's ironic that they said that they were talking about Little Caesars in the chat, because the last time I did have pizza like that was when I lived in Florida, and I got Little Caesars, and it was like one of those ones that are hot and ready, and it actually really wasn't that bad. But I think I had Pizza Hut after that. I ordered Pizza Hut once in Florida, and it was better. Pizza Hut.
You know, I gotta say, for the price of a Little Caesars and it's hot and ready, you're not wrong, bro. I like to say I'm an aficionado of bad pizza. I like all pizza, good pizza, bad good pizza. I like going to a roller skating rink or a bowling alley and getting a funky slice of pizza. Like that's me. I like doing that. So I like some good bad pizza. But yeah,
You guys don't like Domino's?
Nah, it's okay.
Oh man.
Well, first of all, my whole thing with Domino's was that I'm kind of in between two Domino's that wouldn't deliver, so that gave me less opportunities to have it, Scott. And I have an Italian place close, so it's mostly about convenience. It's not that I'll turn up my nose to any of that. I'll eat a piece if I'm at a party or something, but it's not the first thing I'll order on the phone myself.
Domino's has thin crust pizza. You know, it's like the whole pie you could eat in like 4 seconds. It's really not bad. It's like little pizza chips. Those are good. I'll give it that.
Little pizza chips. There you go.
Yeah, they're like pizza chips.
Hello, J-Dog. Wait. Papa John's is shitty. Like I said, we'll eat it and all, but I think, obviously, JJ being from New York, it's almost sacrilege or against the law for him to eat some chain pizza. And I just happen to have a place that's close to me that it's not my go-to. But yeah, I'll eat it, but it's just not my first go-to. I prefer geezers, hot and sweaty. Come on. Pan. The last time I had Papa John's, John was still running the joint. Oh, you go way back. You go back pre-racist Papa John or whatever the hell that was. So yeah, I was fascinated.
They set him up.
The shareholders, right?
I used to have a group on Facebook called "I Hate Papa John Schnatter, whatever his name is. It's still there today. I don't know why I hated him, but I just made the channel and the group, and people started joining it and shit.
I remember seeing something like that or some kind of movement, like that specific thing, like I hate John Schnatter or something like that.
Yeah, I put that on Facebook. It's still going today. I don't use Facebook, but it's still live.
You know, I don't swim in the politics and all, but that just smelled like a money move at the time because like Papa John's was like totally peaking. They were like the brand of the NFL. I think that seemed like a money move. Like, we got to get this fucking guy out of the way. He's messing up our money kind of thing. That's what that felt like at the time.
He was doing commercials with, what's his name? Quarterback, whatever.
Oh, yeah, all that stuff. Yeah, old history.
Peyton Manning, yes, Peyton Manning.
There you go. So there you go. I thought we'd have fun talking about this because I know a lot of people are passionate about pizza, and I didn't know that you're being from the New York, New Jersey area. I didn't expect. Well, I didn't know where you were from, but I expect anyone from that area to be passionate about their pizza. What the hell is this shit?
Ooh, what is that?
It says, I'll go, and it says, as expected, Swedish pizza sparked many heated debates on social media over the last few years, with fans swearing by the unique combination of ingredients and others slamming it as an abomination that should be wiped from the face of the earth. As always, it's a matter of personal taste. Someone goes on to say in the quote, I have had banana curry pizza a few times in Sweden, and it's honestly surprisingly good. Weirdly, it's a lot better than you expect, says Andrew Campbell, an American esports player who tried banana top pizza. He said, but ooh. That just looks weird, man.
It looks weird, but I'm actually looking at it differently right now. Like almost how my favorite thing to eat is sushi, right? And someone had to trick me into eating it the first time. You know, it looked bad to me. It looked gross. I thought it sounded gross, but then I ate it. And now it's been my favorite food for 30 years or whatever. And maybe it does taste good. I don't know. I haven't tried it. I've tried pineapple pizza, and that's not good to me. But this, you never know. You never know. You really don't.
Well, it's funny. Like I say, as long as I don't have to pay for it, and you're not making me eat it, everybody should do what they do. But there you go. That was
Hey, Monkey loves it.
Who loves it? The
Gay Monkey.
Gay Monkey loves banana pizza. Well, there you go. Since it's going to be hanging out in the back.
On my back, yeah. I have to feed him.
All right, I got another.
I got him, Bobby Nick.
I'll beat him. He's like, let's see. All right, let's check out this story. I think all of us, when we were from our school age, might be able to relate to this story I have here. This says a missing New York City boy found on the roof of his apartment playing hooky by a CBS News helicopter. So imagine getting popped this way. So imagine everybody's had at least one hooky story or played hooky or know of someone that did, right? So let's read a little bit about this, and I'll actually show you the video. Let's see. Well, there's the camera shot. It says a mischievous Brooklyn child who was reported missing Thursday morning was found on his roof playing hooky by a news chopper that was dispatched to cover the developing story. And so I hear about, first of all, you see this headline and you think about a kid on a roof, right? And you're thinking fire escape, right? He's hiding up on a little tar roof, right, JJ?
Yeah.
Well, check this shit.
Yeah, or he's tied up there. Yeah, someone put him up
Yeah,
there.
like something nefarious perhaps went on.
He's missing, they're saying. You're missing New York City boy.
Missing and roof, it sounds like dark and nefarious, right? Well, check out these pictures. So the helicopter was dispatched, and this is what they found. There's the kid sitting on the roof right there with his computer, or what looks like a opulent kind of rooftop on a nice, look at this.
Oh, wow.
This is him in the chair, like right here.
Guarantee he don't live there. He just went up there.
Well, I don't know. They might cover that or not in the detail. This might be his very building.
I don't know. If he was missing, they would have checked the roof of their own building, I would assume.
Well, this is how they come to find him. It says an alert from cops noted the kid was wearing an orange tie, CBS 2 New York reported. Aerial journalist Dan Rice was looking out from the CBS chopper when he saw a boy who fit the description of the missing child lounging in a chair on the roof of his building. Now, I don't know if the his possessive is the child's building or the actual chopper dude, but I believe it's probably related to the child.
I guess it is his building, the kid's.
Yeah.
So they didn't look on the roof? I guarantee, listen, the first words of this say, what did it say about Brooklyn boy? Can you scroll back up?
Mm-hmm.
It said, this is like something like it's outrageous, right? It's so stupid. The first words of the article.
Mm-hmm.
It says, a mischievous Brooklyn child. Oh, wow. Like, every Brooklyn child is mischievous.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But
I'd skip school.
They didn't look
I'd
on
skip
their
school
own
too
roof.
if I had to wear an orange tie.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, apparently he goes to a special school there, and all the children in the school are required to wear an orange tie. And they talk about how school started for this kid and many of these kids last week. I'm from the old days when school started like Labor Day or after Labor Day. Now these kids are going more and more into the summer, guys. I would not have liked this shit when I was a kid.
So this just happened in New York City, and he's already in school?
Yeah, exactly. It's like the first week of school. This article was published on the 23rd, my friend.
Wow.
So it's
when
only
did they start doing that? That's weird.
2.5, 3 days ago, he missed the beginning of school. He didn't report there, and so when he was missing, he was reported to the police. It got to the news. The news chopper had the police report, and they find this. They find the child comfortably. I'm thinking he's like climbed up he's staying away from his parents, and he's up in a corner, huddled away, and this is what he's got. This is what he's doing. So,
I think if he had parents, one of them would have went to the roof to look for him.
it's amazing. So let's see if there's any more detail in this. It
All
says
right.
it says we zoomed in the camera and I looked down at my notes. Rice reportedly recounted. I see what the assignment desk had sent me, and I see what the child was wearing. I look back at the child, and that child was wearing everything that's in the description. He looked to be about 9 years old. CBS called the NYPD as the chopper waited for the police officers to reach the roof, which you can see right here. They're like pointing up to the kid, and there's the chopper that has it all. It says he just packs up his computer and his book bag and goes with the police officers, Rife said. Per the station, they looked back at our helicopter and gave us a big thumbs up and took the child down to his parents. The boy was reunited with his mother, police said. It's unclear where the boy is enrolled and if he was scheduled to attend classes or a summer program.
Not his father, his mother, yes.
Haha. A neighbor told CBS 2 he saw the child on the roof but didn't realize he was considered missing. I went up there with my wife to have a cup of coffee. It was about 8 o'clock. There was a swinging bench up there, sort of. The kid was sitting on the bench playing on his iPad, the neighbor said. I thought his parents gave him permission to go up there. I didn't even think, why would the kid be up there? Because it is a community place. Rice said that it was the first time he had that type of experience on his job, the photojournalist. To be able to find a child for the parents down in that building, it was really gratifying experience, he said. So there you go.
I want to know how long, because if he rambunctious, if he was missing, if he didn't show up for school, for one day?
Right, that's what I was thinking.
And they had a helicopter? Well, the helicopter wasn't looking for him, right? Is that what? Either
Well,
way,
he was supposed to be, apparently from the timeline I follow, school started early. He was supposed to attend school. When it was found by the school, however it was reported, that he did not show up, then it was fed back to the police, who then fed it back to the
when
news
did the
chopper.
police do all that about a kid that didn't show up to school one day in Brooklyn?
There you
I
go.
mean, none of them go to school in Brooklyn. I mean, it's pretty weird. That's very weird story.
Very weird story. There you go. Well, that's why I like to do the BF Live other news, or not so serious news here on BF Live. And that was the end of it. So why don't I roll my little bumper and we'll get on some other fun stuff here as we make our way up to the 3 o'clock hour. But that was the BF Live other news, or the not so serious news.
Doing it.
Yeah, I can take that down. And now I'm back in my other studio. We're having a great time hanging out with JJ today. I'm so glad you came on today, my friend.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm having a great time, bro.
Thank you. Rambunctious says, oh, there was a, there was a word I missed, rambunctious. Parents Unite, said our friend Gaseous. Terry Nee lets us know that his granddaughter started school today. Yeah, so it's August 26th. Your granddaughter has started. I understand that some of these New York schools started like at least a week ago or so.
My kids start in September.
Right, after Labor Day, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
That's awesome, and I think that's the way it should be. You know, summer is short enough. They need to, you need to get that last kind of Labor Day thing. It's always a good benchmark. Like everybody understood it. You know, everybody knew, hey, this is when school like really gets down to starting.
Yeah.
There you go, Parents Unite. Rambunctious.
It's a hard time for parents right now with school starting, with things being so expensive and all the school supplies and the clothes and all that stuff. It's really hard time for parents right now. So parents do need to unite. They do.
Parents do know. Yeah, it is. And I know that at least in my area, they do like stuff the bus giveaways to help, because you're like you said, there's a lot of expensive involved in starting. You kids, you need pencils and the books and all that stuff. It always seemed like there was something when I went to those first couple of days of school that I didn't have those first couple of days.
You think the taxes that we pay would maybe pay for some notebooks or a pencil?
Yeah, not so much. And I have a daughter who's a music teacher in school, so I'm very proud of that. And yeah, so she deals with these things on a first-hand basis, and she's the stereotypical teacher where she has to invest a lot of her money back into what she does, but she loves the kids so much that I'm very, very proud of her. Music teacher.
Every teacher I know does the same thing. They're buying stuff. They're in the store with their own, card, buying stuff for their class all the time. One of my best friends works in a school. Every time we go to the store, I got to get things for the kids at the class, and with their own money.
Yeah. Yep. And she very much so. Gasha says, mine are 2 years old and 4 months old. I got a while. Well, hang on tight and enjoy that time, Gasha. It'll be along soon enough, my friend.
That's a good fun time for both of those kids.
It is. Yeah. Have fun.
For you.
Yeah.
For
yep. Right. It's a good time. Yeah. They're all cute until they get all of the talk back, right?
Yeah. That's exactly it, Bubby.
Then they're not so cute. They're all cute till they grow up and talk back. All right, well, I'm so happy to have you here. We're going to make our way up to the 3 o'clock hour. I got another thing I want to talk about. I like hanging out. Most of the time what I do, I'm not really big into TV no more. I do a lot of podcasting. I love this shit. I live for it, man. I love you guys. And but every now and then, I do make it out to a movie with the wife and all. And when I do, I like to go see a movie. And I'll come back here and tell you all about it in the BF Live Unasked for movie review. That's right. You didn't ask for it, and I didn't know I was going to it, but since I did, we're going to do the BF Live Unasked for movie review. All right, today's movie we went and saw over the weekend was the new remake, the new version or remake, whatever you want to call it, of Twisters. You know the movie Twisters, the tornado movie? Did you happen to see that? JJ, are you a movie guy?
I'm not a new movie guy. I like older movies that were made when movies were good, and Twister was one of them.
That's cool, man. Well, I'm going to touch on this because I want to make the connection between the two movies, because they're maybe only like loosely connected. So I went and saw the movie with my wife. She likes going to see any movie you wouldn't go to see. So I like to come back and do a movie review. But I thought it was pretty good. It was a good movie to see. with her, see, with a couple and all. It had a lot of action scenes in it, of course. It was about all these twisters that happen in the Midwest. And yeah, fair point. I want to give a trigger warning because I know some people like kind of live in some of these affected areas in the Midwest and Oklahoma. So I am going to show like some of these scenes. It was pretty intense, JJ. I got to say, you know, they pulled off the good, the Hollywood spatial effects and all. But I was going to show you a trailer. But basically, the twist on it this time was they're going out and chasing storms. The first time they did the movie in 1996, the whole thing was about the technology, right? They were going to launch those little things up. So because at the time, that's when like the Weather Channel was popping off and the 24-hour news cycle. And so we were fascinated by the technology that might be able to track these storms and all. And so that kind of depicted all that. This one is kind of about storm chasing too, but this person has a different theory in it. So let me show you the trailer of Twister here, and I'll talk about it a little more after this. Oh, let me help if I shared the screen with you. And then we'll compare it to the 96 one, because the other one came out with Helen Hunt.
Yeah.
In
she was great in that
1996.
movie.
This guy, he plays a YouTube viral guy. Like the other people in the movie, they approach it from a scientific aspect. You know, they have instruments. They're the nerds or the geeks. And so that's how they approach these stories. Well, you got this guy. Well, it's kind of, it fits in with what we're doing nowadays, JJ. Got a YouTuber.
Yeah, and he's just driving into it.
Drives into him. So, yeah, so let's check this out. Yeah.
I said if you feel it, say so!
That was pretty cool. He kind of has these kind of augers that kind of dig in the car. It's pretty well done. It kept my interest the whole time. And it wasn't really too long because my whole thing lately, JJ, is when I do go to these movies, it seems like these people don't want to give the money back to the studio. And some of these movies I've been to go in excess of like 2.5 hours, man.
It used
and
to be an hour, 10 minutes. They used to be an hour, 10 minutes.
Or an hour and a half would be a nice movie, like a nice 90-minute movie. That would seem like a full movie back in the day. Now when they go 2+, it's almost like they're doing like 2 or 3 different endings or they're expanding on the story in a way they don't need to. But I thought they did a good job with this story, and you can see the special effects and all. But yeah, they all kind of took shelter in a theater in that last scene, and they all kind of were getting sucked out of the theater. And so when you looked out after the destruction, you were looking out on the movie screen of the world and all. So,
Do you feel like they made it look a lot more apocalyptic than like the original Twister movie?
A little bit. I think they took advantage of the technology they have these days. But so now we'll do a little compare and contrast, because I can tell by the way you're talking about it, you knew of the original one with Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton, right?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. So, and they're saying, it's not really, it's kind of a remake, but it's not really associated. So it's none of the storyline is related. It's not like the daughter or the grandchild or the uncle. None of that stuff goes on there. There's only like kind of one interrelated thing here, but let me show you.
Well, that's why they're basically not calling it Twister 2.
Yeah, they just called it Twisters, if you will.
Yeah,
That's what they call it this time.
Aliens. Well, that was a sequel. Okay.
There you go. But it definitely harkens to it. Like you see the one little thing they had the thing Dorothy where they released the little things. They showed that in the new movie, but that was really like the only connection. But it's just so we can kind of relive it and kind of make the connection. This was the original OG Twisters, the Twister from back in 96.
Cow in the tornado.
Yeah, bro. Exactly. Yeah, you remember that right away. Yes, I think that's
Storm chasers. So let's go! All right, we're moving!
Scientists have been studying tornadoes forever, but still nobody knows how a tornado works.
We have touchdown. Tornado is on the ground. Woo-hoo! It's the wonder of nature, baby!
These sensors take scientific measurements.
You gotta get in front of the tornado and put it in the damage path.
You've got to get further ahead of it.
I know what I'm doing.
Have you lost your nerve?
Tighten your seatbelt.
Oh, shit. What's coming Bill Paxton like that?
This storm's gonna be a lot bigger than we anticipated.
There it is. There's the cow, JJ.
We got cows.
We got cows.
We got cows.
That was a good sized twister. What was that? An F3? They're in the barricade!
Is there an F5?
Joe, you're too close! It's not gonna work! Get out of there! It's headed right for us!
Special effects aren't bad. They're holding up pretty good.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah.
Where'd you get all this beef?
Did you see my cows out front?
No.
Oh.
Hey, went. All right, there you go. Yeah, you were gonna say that too, JJ. Those special effects kind of held up, huh?
Yeah, they look good. I think it was a 96 that movie, or 97 or 96.
96, yeah.
Yeah. And I think I remember that movie being longer than other movies at the time, like more closer to a 2-hour movie than like a 1.5 movie, but it was good though.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as it keeps your interest. I don't care if a movie's long, but you know, that reminded me, those special effects remind me of a movie that I love from a similar era, maybe a bit earlier than that, was Jumanji. When you watch Jumanji nowadays.
I haven't seen Jumanji since then.
Really? Like
Yeah.
they replay it on cable a lot, bro. And that's one of those ones where if it's on, I'll just let it play. The OG Jumanji with Robin Williams, and those special effects, they aren't very special. As Beavis and Butthead would just say, these special effects suck. Yeah, those kind of don't hold up too good. Let's see. Oh, I see Sir Bobby Nick of Canada is back.
Yeah, I was just sitting here, my computer randomly shut off.
I hate when that happens. Well, there you go.
Jeez.
Now you know.
Nice shirt.
Oh, what are you rocking
Is that a
today,
Jake
Bob?
Hudson? Is that a Jake Hudson?
It is an
Let's see what
official
that is.
Jake Hudson shirt. Yes.
That's a Husden.
Oh,
Husden.
Husden, yes, the Hudson. It's one, it's the other, it's both. It's Jake Hudson. Where can they get that, Bobby Nick?
At Jake Hudson store. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what his link is.
It's on his YouTube thing.
I know it's on a T Public. Probably T Public /user/ Jake Husden.
Husden. Just to confuse you a little bit.
Yeah.
If he doesn't do that already.
We were talking about the school supply. I think Granny says, this might surprise most of you, but I was show up without anything kind of kid. I was let me come and get a piece of paper kid. That's right. And hey, man, like I said, there's various levels of that. Or you have one thing, but you don't have many of the other ones. I'm loosely connected. Doop, doop. Says Jerry Lahane checking in. That said, Granny, sorry about that. That movie was filmed here in Oklahoma City. Really, J-Dog? I'm sure you wrote some real bangers of an essay last minute, Granny. Let's see. There's only one kind of twister I like, a Tarticulate John. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, man. Come on. Twister. Yeah, so I noticed you said you like the edibles there, JJ, and I've seen you kind of post some on Twitter X and all. You're an edible guy?
Yeah. Well, I mean, all THC, you know. Any way you can get it.
I like Granny because Dave Douche of the Dabbleverse was being nice and say, I'm sorry about that, Granny. But Granny says, Douche of the Dabbleverse, no, man, I think you misunderstood. Like, I had the money for it and everything. I was just buying other stuff and never brought my books or anything to school. There was always that kid that showed up and just looked around. Hey, can I have my pencil?
Yeah, Douche was like, oh, sorry, man. Sorry, Granny. And Granny's like, no. Don't feel sorry for me.
Yeah, I would let that slide like the first week of school, but when those guys got in the second week of school, that shit wasn't flying no more.
You're like, I only got a number 1 pencil for you, brother.
Yeah, exactly. I got an extra number 1 you can use, I guess. Yeah. Sick of these new trailers. Sounds like a blue whale in the background. In a world where we play lots of unnecessary sound effects. Yes. Mr. Crow says, something tells me there's going to be some dumbass that copies this movie and gets himself blown away. That's very possible. Yep. Glass doesn't care. Yeah, that's what I thought too when he put the augers down on the truck. I'm like, I think that, and things could fly into that truck. I mean, you got to suspend a little bit of disbelief. Let's see. The drum beats are invasive, says Jerry Lahane. Mr. Crow says, that is why we need nuclear power instead of those flimsy windmills. Remember the movie where Tommy Lee Jones fought a volcano, Articulate John asks.
What was that, Rocky?
This volcano gonna blow up in our face. That song Luke Combs has in Twister is fire, says our friend Matt. I preferred Sharknado.
Sharknado 3 was the best.
I can't believe they made it to 3. When they would have those conversations on the air about they're gonna make another one. They make
money. They make money off of them.
Well, it's funny, and they got that whole kind of cult following. I'm sure the connection with Howard Stern and all the people they put in kind of helped some of those later movies, I think. JJ? Yeah. Yep. I wanted to muffin dive Helen Hunt back in the day. Hey, baby.
Helen Hunt's one of those women that you're like, is she good looking or not? Because you can't tell. Helen Hunt for Red October. I saw that in a drive-in.
Helen Hunt for Red October. You saw that at a drive-in? I'm assuming that's an adult drive-in you saw that in?
No, I actually saw the Hunt for Red October at a drive-in. It's the only time I've ever been to a drive-in.
Helen Hunt for Red October. It sounds like a porn name.
Two joints.
Two Joint says, checking in and says, BF Bobby, Scott, Bobby Nick, J-Dog, bones up.
Thanks, Two Joints. I appreciate the bones up, bro.
I'm going to have to stop by Jake's house one of these days on my way home and get one of those shirts. Or you can just go to his TeePublic page. I don't know if he would answer the door if you go to the door or not.
Get to
not,
it.
Not sure if you want to do that. Maybe Scott will let him know that you're coming or something. Be like,
You gotta go through a couple.
No, I wouldn't go.
Kate
Yeah,
Hudson
Tyson
shirt is
plays.
great, Bobby. It's not Kate Hudson, it's Jake Hudson, you knucklehead. Let's see. Bones up 2 joints from our friend J Doug. Jerry Lane says, I corrected special effects for Star Trek, Star Wars, Stargate, Terminator to the Abyss called Morphing. You forgot Battlestar Galactica. Let's say 1987.
No, she's saying that she or he is saying that they worked. Yeah, Jerry is saying that he worked in that, did that.
Yeah,
That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Right?
We have a long list of
Probably.
what Jerry has accomplished.
Oh,
Too long
wow.
for the show. Jerry Lane getting the love from 2 joints, and Jerry Lane's giving it right back. Tara Reid kills me. I'm sick. In Sharknado. J-Dog Jason Arnott was a legendary devil, and he was Canadian.
Jason Arnott, overtime, Game 6, Dallas.
There you go. See, this man, damn, this man's got, man, that's some Rain Man shit right there, bro.
From
Yeah.
Eliash and Mo Gilney.
Oh, damn, you got the assist too. That was some Rain Man shit. You were like, yeah, definitely Jason Arnott. Yeah, Game 7, definitely. That was some Rain Man shit.
Game 6.
Game 6, okay. A
Overtime.
friend of mine did all the shark and FX on Sharknado 3.
That's my favorite one.
There you go. Oh, let me see, Rev. Let me see. That was the wrong effect. Reverend Wild Bill, Maine from 2 joints. Haha, FJH. And Reverend Wild Bill's checking in. All right. Well, we got about 10 minutes left to go. I see there have been at least 30 people in here the entire time. So please, I hope you hit the like button on the way in, or I hope you hit the like button on the way out. You can like, share, subscribe, super chat if you can hook a brother up. And please always watch BF Live. Thanks for JJ for being here today. I think it's a big part because everybody wants to hang out. We're just having a great time just hanging out as bros, just talking about regular normal shit. I got one more thing I'd like to do. Let's spend the next 10 minutes of this show.
Oh, hold on, Bobby friend. Can I just say one thing? I want to say
guess so.
happy. Can I say happy birthday to Jason Bardo X? He had a killer birthday show last night, and yeah, it's Bill's birthday today. So wish him a happy birthday, everybody.
Happy birthday, Jason.
Happy birthday, Jason Bardo X. Shout out, my friend. There you go. Yeah, I know that thank you, Bobby Nick. If there's something you want to say. Hoya 2 joints from Devil's Joint. HWO for life. Hudson World Order. We talked in the Mississippi Mudhound. Says Granny. All right, why don't we do this? Because it is the beginning of the week, and it's we're getting near the end of summer, kind of part of another solar cycle and everything. Why don't I jump into my horoscope studio? I'll check my crystal ball. You throw your signs in the chat, and we will do the BF Live Soulful Horoscope Readings. We'll check everybody's horoscope readings for the day, and then we'll pull this train into the station. But right now, put them in the chat because it's time for BF Live's Soulful Horoscope Readings. Hey, are you feeling lost in search of life's answers? Well, search no further. This is BF's Soulful Horoscope Readings. All right, I'm over here in the horoscope studio. We'll set the mood. I'll check my crystal ball. You throw your signs out there. I'll play my porn/horoscope music, and we'll read some horoscopes today. JJ, what is your horoscope, your astrological sign, my friend?
You're right, but it's right by your head, Libra.
Oh, let me go back up to my chat. Where are you at? Oh, here we go. I was looking for 2 Sag. We got Sagittarius, Sagittarius. Well, I'm going to start with Libra. All right, by my head at the time. All right. Well, let's start with Libra for our guest today, JJ Dabbles, who we're having a lot of fun getting to know and talking to.
Thank you for having me.
No problem, man. This is great shit, man. I'm having fun here today on a Monday. I'm having some fun. What you know about that? All right. So let's check Libra as soon as it decides to open. Here we go, Libra. Anytime now. Oh, some of this unnecessary shit.
Got a lot of Jay Hudson backgrounds going on.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Oh yeah, that's what we call him, the prop master. You never know what Scott's going. Every time I look up, I see something different going on there.
Well,
Leo,
when I was on replayables, I played it every time they took me off screen. I changed my hat.
Did you?
I didn't do that to you though. I have all
Okay.
these hats. I was gonna do it, but I didn't.
That's cool.
That would be my game.
Of course, you know when you're trying to load up something live, nothing will load up fast enough.
Yeah, everything freezes.
Mm-hmm. Anytime now, we'll get to it. We'll get to the Leo por favor. Jason's night show have only grown in 3 months. I shouldn't be in here. Humble bragging. Hello, how you doing? Really? Too famous to be in here, Granny? Is that what that is? Come on. The fucking... I've never had this problem before. Loading something live. Oh, come on. Come on, you can do it. I see things trying to come in. Let's see. We're going to read Taurus. We're going to read Capricorn. Granny says, Jake's been trying to blow me for about 3 years. Wow.
I believe it.
Come on.
Him and Cyrax.
Yeah, man, I would have done this Cyrax rabbit hole or something.
Ooh. Yeah, I could go deep with Cyrax, yeah.
Oh,
man.
Stormy checks in and she says, I sent something in the group chat. A dose of gross. Well, I wonder if that would open. I wonder if that would open for me any easier there, Stormy, because
Yeah, you know, Jake last night he made me a song, and he basically hit on me too because it starts off with Bobby Nick is. No, I did not cry. I was scared, Scott, because it says Bobby Nick is sexy.
Oh no, are you
The
okay?
AI songs he makes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I saw you saying that, Bobby Nick, and should you be bothered or disturbed? I was bothered and disturbed for you. Okay. Well, it's funny. Let me see. My horoscope screen is not loading up, but the thing that Stormy sent me did. So, let's play some of that. We might have to pivot a little bit unless that thing... Bobby, you're muted. He was. There we go. Okay, let's show this. This is from compliments of our friend Stormy. Thanks for checking in, Stormy. Been a minute. This is a dose of gross. Compliments of our friend Stormy checking in.
Yeah, this is gross.
This is Elisa Jordana, aka Benji Bronx ex-girlfriend, and you know her from podcasting. Let's see what's gross about this.
Me.
Ooh, that tongue is going. Ooh, that tongue is going straight in her mouth.
I don't mind it. I really don't.
No.
Good job, Posse.
No way.
The fact that she's not closing her mouth after this amount of time tells me it happens a lot.
Pickles, are you alive back there?
Yeah, that's got to be an indication of something, JJ.
Yeah, he's watching. Yeah.
My dog tries to do that to everyone too, but like they don't let him.
Most human beings, like they go like 10 seconds ago. All right, one more time. Look, she knows she's going to do it too.
Yeah.
I'm reconsidering. I think maybe her and Rob would be a good couple.
Yeah.
That's just proof that she's had a lot of dirty things in her mouth.
Yeah, because if you're going to claim that you ain't going to do nothing else, and after I seen this, I ain't got no time for you.
Oh, God.
He always says that. It's so cute. He's licking your teeth. I don't mind it. I really don't.
I can't even look at it anymore.
Good job, Posse. Good job.
Is that a seagull or the fucking dog?
Pickles, are you alive back there? I think he's okay. Can you just take a peek at him? Yeah, he's watching. Yeah.
Oh, he's getting tongue on tongue.
Yeah, she's not even reacting. She's not. Ew. She's not even moving her tongue away. She's not
disturbing.
Oh my God. What else did you have? Something in there too. Oh yeah, Bobby. That's what I saw Bobby's reaction to it in our group chat. Doing like the throw up thing. There you go.
Ugh.
That dog must like the taste of semen. Many
Yeah,
times.
she was throwing the tongue towards the dog too. You could see it.
Wow.
She was pushing forward.
Yeah, you can tell she's done other stuff with that dog.
Yeah.
Wow.
You guys know
Trying
about
to-
that girl that keeps getting arrested for fucking dogs over down in like Florida or whatever, somewhere around there, Georgia, Florida?
I think there's a
No.
few.
Yeah, but I've heard stories like that in the past with the horses, the ones that do it with their horses or dogs, and there's no shame to their game.
Well, there's that Mr. Hands story, but this girl is a young, good-looking girl, and she's a TikToker, and they found out she was fucking her dog. Meanwhile, the dog was in all her videos, and they found videos of her, with the dog.
So the dog has their OnlyFans now, is what you're saying?
Yeah, doggy fans.
Oh, wow, man. All right, well, unfortunately, I guess my horoscopes just ain't cooperating. They ain't loading up, but it is. We are just about at the 3 o'clock hour. We've had an awesome time today. Thanks for JJ Dabbles for joining me today, a.k.a. The Devil's Joint. It's been great getting to know you, bro. And like I said, when you first reached out to me, I like to really wait and get to know people like I think I've tried to get to know you and all, and really have some good shit to talk about. And I could tell that this was going to be an easy day and a lot of fun and a good bonding time with you, bro. Thanks for doing the show today, man.
Thank you for inviting me, man. It's been great. It's been nice meeting you guys.
Yeah, tell everybody. So tell everybody about like where we can find you, because you do a lot of stuff. But tell everybody your main plugs that you want to get out here today.
I really want to get people to subscribe to my JJ Dabbles YouTube channel, which is what you have the stream elements posting up there.
Yes.
I'm trying to move. I wanted to move the Trainwreck to that channel, and also the show that I have coming up soon. Me and New Girl will be hosting a show together. Coming in a couple of weeks, so that'll be on that channel as well. So sub there and sub to me at JJ Dabbles on X as well.
There you go, JJ Dabbles, and like JJ said, I did run his link today because in the chat today. So go ahead and click on his. Let's get those subs up over there. He's got some cool like face swap videos and other content. Maybe you'll be seeing some of his other stuff pop up over there. So thanks for joining us, man. Anytime, you're always welcome here at BF Live. Let's get a couple of these last comments, and we'll get some more plugs, and we'll pull this train into station. Douche, maybe Southern dogs are sexier than Bobby Nick too. Wow. Oh, Douche of the Dabbleverse. Yeah, most of his girls and fucking dogs. Granny says, but how well hung was the dog? We talking jumbo lipstick?
He was a big dog. She had two of them, and they were both big dogs. So I didn't see their lipstick though.
Wow. There was a Queen of England killed by having sex with a horse. Go ahead, Scott.
No, I'm just kind of choked up over the gagging me a little bit with the red rocket or the lipstick
red
comment.
Yeah, the lipstick.
That big and tall flexing lipstick. All right, cool. All right, well, Scott, thanks for joining me today, my friend, here on BF Live. It is a Monday. I think hopefully we made it a lot more fun for everybody in the midday. Where can we find you like the rest of the day, rest of the week? What do you got, bud?
Yeah, I do believe Bobby. I'm terrible at giving plugs. I'm sorry. This is embarrassing. I believe today's a Lunatic Lounge, right, Bobby Nick?
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Right. On Bobby Nick's channel, which I'm not sure the name of it.
At Bobby Nick 1978. Go give that a sub. And you'll see us there at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
Right.
I like to give Scott a minute and throw out a couple of his plugs because I know a lot of theirs overlap together. I can get back in my regular studio now since the horoscope thing didn't work out. But yeah, so because they do a lot of similar shows together, I like to give Scott props or any kind of special ones he wants to do. But this is the time of the show on BF Live where we sit back, we grab something to drink, and we relax as Bobby Nick Havens will read his list of plugs here on BF Live.
Oh my God, I don't even have it up. Hold on a second.
Come on, man. It's like a freight train coming.
I'm doing.
Man.
Stay on Twitter. I'll read them for you.
I sent a slow boat your way.
There we go. Okay. In the lounge. Check me out. I'll be there tomorrow. Sometime after the show. Yeah, I do that on Rumble. Rumble.com/The Bobby Nick Show. It's a music show, everybody. Bringing the good old MTV back. When they played music videos. So yeah, for the low price of $1, you can see whatever you want. Just make a request.
It's a bargain.
And Lunatic Lounge. Oh, what's that?
I wanted to ask you, Bobby. After this, can you DM me on X? I have a question about that.
Okay. All right. I can do that. Sure. But yeah, tonight the Lunatic Lounge, like Scott was saying, at 7 p.m. Eastern. On at the Bobby Nick or at Bobby Nick 1978 on YouTube. So check that out tonight. And right here, BF Live, Monday to Friday, 12 noon to 3-ish.
3-ish.
And Catalano TV. I should be there tonight at 10 o'clock for the Alpha Shot Lounge. And it's the home of Joey Z. So go over there and click subscribe. And of course, Jason Bardo X. I'm not sure what show will be on at midnight, but you can guarantee that there will be a show every single midnight at JBX's God on YouTube. So, yeah.
There you go. I like Granny was saying, Scott, cool it down with enthusiasm, bud. And
Hold
Scott
on a
was like,
second. No Filter with
like-
Andrew and Friends tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. We will have Joey C on. He's coming
Whoa,
on.
the one and only Joey C is going to be on No Filter with Andrew and Friends.
That's right. And Andrew invited him himself last night. So it's a thing. It's a thing. It's going down. It's going down.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for all those plugs and everything. You reminded me of something that I want to run real quick because I want to acknowledge a creator and a friend. So this kind of helps with all of that. Let me find where I put it. Where did I put that? Here it is. Is it? No, that's shit. Here we go. This I'm doing just do the stuttering John thing again. That was funny because that would happen live at the show when there was a little lull or something, little space. Everybody in the crowd would start going,
Yeah. As they should have.
They should, yeah.
Okay, let's see.
That's what John does.
Let me find this real quick. It's worth playing. Oh, actually, I think I made a copy of it. Here we go. No wonder it's in my live folder. Bear with me, folks, because this will be worth it for you, because this is to help a bro, and this is going to feature another bro that helped a bro. So I want to play this for you real quick. My live folder. There is. Here we go. This is.
You got it?
This is. Shout out to, this is a special commercial for Space Chief 75, and this was prepared by Terry Nee, two creative chat family bros helping each other out. Shout out to the 35 people in here. We're wrapping up BF Live, but I'm about to show you this kind of commercial or preview video for my friend Space Chief 75. Check out his store at T Public. Check this out, Space Chief 75. Commercial by Terry Nee.
Oh yeah, does you have to have?
I don't think he repeated a design.
No, it doesn't look like it. He's got a lot.
Bro does have a lot.
Yeah.
You can get a lot of this on his T Public store. Look at Space Chief design. Wow. The official DabbleCon shirt.
Oh, is that him?
Yeah.
No way. I've never seen him before.
Yeah, Terry must have got it off his ex. I think I've seen him on there.
Yeah, he posts on himself on it.
And there you go. That's a twofer, I like to call that right there. That's a 2-for-1. We help out a bro, Space Chief 75. Space Chief Designs on T Public. And that commercial kind of fun video right there was made by our other creative friend, Terry Nee. So this has been a great show today. I hope everybody's enjoyed themselves on BF Live. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe. Member up here on BF Live. I dropped a couple members only videos on my way to DabbleCon. I'll be trying to do some middle of the night or kind of late night stuff real soon here on BF Live. So thanks for keeping this dream alive for me with your super chats and your memberships, and I appreciate everybody. I want to thank once again, the one and only JJ Dabbles, aka the Devil's Joint, for joining us today.
Thank you everyone. It's been a pleasure.
Check him out online. I look forward to maybe meeting up with him and maybe getting part of that whole Trainwreck experience down the road. If there's a need to do that, that'll be fun. Wait a minute, Bobby Dick deserves better. Wait a minute. What's that? I'm not sure. Okay. Well, there we go. All right. So for the great JJ Dabbles for joining us today, for my friend Bobby Nick Havens, and for my friend Scott Fitzpatrick and Stormy. Thank you for kicking me that video and all, and Andrew and everybody. Take care and peace and love, and I'll see you the next time I see you, which will be tomorrow right here at 12 noon East on BF Live. Peace and love, and take care, and we'll see you the next time we see you on BF Live. But right now, we're out. See you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.